Hi, I am Nana Tufo Boateng and you're watching Breakfast Daily live on Channel 1 Television. You are welcome to the best breakfast on TV. This morning we have a lot of information, a lot of entertainment, a lot of education for you on the show. We're running all the way from now up until 11 a.m. I take a break after 9 and then Philip and Chris Carter will continue the show. But you're invited to join us. It's an interactive show, so let us know what you're thinking. You can send your heartfelt messages also. You can do so via the WhatsApp number on your screens. You can join us on our socials. We're on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We're interactive on X, very engaging on Instagram. And you can enjoy some video content from Channel 1 TV on TikTok as well. So you're welcome. While we're welcoming you, we're also saying thank you to you and to our sponsors, to our exhibitors, to our patrons who together made the Agri-Fair 2.0, the Agri-Fair November edition, the Agri-Fair 2025 second edition, a huge success. I want to say thank you to all of you for coming up to support, to show, and to celebrate with us this beautiful country, Ghana. We brought fresh farm produce from the farms. We brought livestock from our various farms. And you came out to buy them. And we're so grateful to you. So once again, we're saying thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you to our exhibitors. Thank you to our patrons. Thank you to the entire team. Thank you to everyone else that contributed to make the Agri-Fair a huge success. We're grateful to you and we do not take it for granted at all, your support throughout the years, your support towards our events and our programs. I want to say thank you, and thank you. While we're at it, we say good morning and thank you to our sponsors. Yeah, we want to acknowledge our sponsors because they made it possible. And so we want to celebrate them this morning. And I want to say thank you to the Development Bank Ghana, DBG. Thank you to IDH. Thank you to the Horticulture Business Platform, HBP. Thank you to the Ghana Exim Bank. Thank you to Gersal. Thank you to Legacy Crop Improvement Center, LCIC. And of course, thank you to Twelum Industrial Company Limited for the support. We're eternally grateful and we appreciate you so much. We hope that when we come knocking again, indeed, you open your doors onto us and welcome us. So thank you so much for being part of the Agri-Fair 2025. This is the volume 2, if you like, second edition, 2.0. And we're grateful to you for being part of it. Now, you just want to stay with us because we're cooking something else for you. This one promises to be fun. It promises to be exciting. Definitely is going to be memorable because we are gathering at the Good Park, which is near the Accra Mall, on the 24th of December. It's Christmas Eve. Forget the ordinary, step into the extraordinary, and let's celebrate the year like no other. All right? So join us for the Situation All-White Party, which is happening on the 24th of December 2025. Gates open 8 p.m. sharp. And we're inviting all of you to come celebrate the year with us. It's been quite an interesting year. And so it's time to unwind, all right? Time to take off the heels and the shoes and the tie and the suits, and let's meet at the Good Park and let's just jam, let's just party, okay? So here's the catch. Kofi Kinata is going to be there. And you know when Kofi Kinata is on the stage, it's fireworks, right? So you got to be there. You don't need to be told about it. You got to experience it. And then, of course, we'll bring you something smooth, something silky, something nice, something relaxing from the one and only Akwabua. So Akwabua is also going to be there, and you should see him perform. Absolutely magical. Absolutely magical. So be there for Kofi Kinata, be there for Akwabua, but also be there for the Inchinchim Band. in Chin Chin Band. They bring the fire like nobody does it. And you know how it is when In Chin Chin takes over the stage. A wonderful, wonderful performances only. They're going to be treating you, serenading you to some of your favorite music, some of your favorite songs, and so you don't have to miss it. And then when the clock strikes 12, just when we're stepping into Christmas Day itself, we need to usher ourselves in spiritually and pray for fortitude going forward. And so, Perez Music, Noble Matessa guy, he's going to be there. You understand? He's going to worship us into the Christmas Day. So, I mean, we'll give you a little of everything. You get it? If you don't get it, yes, but it's going to be fireworks. Perez Music is going to be there. We're going to worship our way into Christmas Day. And the turntable technician, the man I call Killer Fingers, DJ Mingo, is also going to be there. All right, so it's a full package. It's a full package. Now talk about packages. All right, we have different packages for different tables. So call us now 0205 973 973 0205 973 973. Book a table, pay and secure that table, and then let's party on the 24th night. Let me drop the number one more time: 0205 973 973. 0205 973 973. Call, make your table reservations now. You don't do like those people who missed out on the Agri Fair date. When we're sitting here and we're calling people, call, register, pay, call, register, pay. They were waiting for that Ghanaian syndrome, last minute things. By the time they were ready, the thing was sold out. So people, we beg you, call, register, make payments, and secure your reservation for the night. It's the Situation All White Party, and it's brought to you by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM, and it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank, as well as Bethel Logistics, Bethlog, and Hallmark Cafe. I want to say thank you to EcoBank, thank you to Bethel Logistics, Bethlog, and thank you to Hallmark Cafe for helping us put together the Situation All White Party. We want to see you there, and so be there or be square. We'll see you on 24th night. Alrighty. Now jump onto the Google Play Store and download the Channel 1 News app. It's where you get all the news, relevant, accurate, and factual. And of course, it's timely because it's updated by the second, by the minute, by the hour. And so you get all your relevant info, all the 411 that you need on the Channel 1 News app hosted on the Google platform. So go there now. Quite easy to use, simple, quite user-friendly. The interface, easy to navigate. All right. So go and download the Channel 1 News app from the Google Play Store and be part of the news. Now, let me take you to the newspapers. What are the papers saying this morning? So I'll start off with a Daily Graphic newspaper. Front page says, Boko conflict mediation. Parties embrace after final meeting. Asante to present peace plan to President Mahama. Boko conflict mediation. Parties embrace after final meeting. Asante to present peace plan to President Mahama. And then you have poor WASSCE results. Chief examiner's report should guide solutions. So a number of experts have spoken regarding the poor performance in the WASSCE, and they are saying that the chief examiner's report should guide solutions. Okay, we hear. 24-hour economy yields results. Vice President highlights gains. 24-hour economy yields results. Vice President highlights gains. BOG prepares to license first non-interest bank. BOG prepares to license first non-interest bank. So that's on the front page of the Daily Graphic. If you go onto the back page, a few stories there. Federation of Disability Organizations calls for fast track of revised law. And then you have net metering portal for clean energy access launched. Right, so that's the Daily Graphic newspaper. Let me take you to the Daily Guide. Daily Guide says, Mahama forwards EC chair and SP removal petitions to CJ. We understand that there's been an avalanche of petitions to the presidency for the removal of the EC chair and her 2 deputies, and then also petitions for the removal of Kisie Jabin as the special prosecutor. 7 petitions in all for the removal of the EC boss and her 2 deputies. 3 petitions for the removal of Kisie Jabin as special prosecutor. The presidency has communicated that these petitions have been forwarded to the CJ, that's the Chief Justice, as mandated by law, and the CJ will look into it. It is for the CJ to establish a prima facie, and if indeed same is established, a committee will be set up by the CJ to look into the merits of these petitions, and of course an outcome be determined. So we are waiting to see how this plays out. All right, but the news is that Mahama forwards EC chair and SP removal petitions to CJ. Still in the court, Bandai MP challenges rerun order at Supreme Court. That's Matthew Nyindam. We know that the High Court sitting in Tamale has ordered a rerun of the entire Bandai constituency. He has filed a stay of execution pending notices of appeal, and now we're being told that he's gone to the Supreme Court to challenge the rerun order as given by the High Court in Tamale. All right. Boko dispute mediation. Otumfuo calls for calm. Boko dispute mediation. Otumfuo calls for calm. AIDS kills over AIDS killed over 12,600 in 2024. So last year alone, over 12,600 Ghanaians or people died from HIV/AIDS. But I thought they said the Zipline was being used to deliver condoms and what have you. Okay, you let me leave it here. Afoko Asapke freed over Adams Mahama murder. We understand the High Court has freed Gregory Afoko and Asapke over Adams Mahama's murder. So that's the Daily Guide newspaper. Let's go to the Chronicle. What's the Chronicle saying? Chronicle says, EC bosses, SP's days in office numbered? Was a question as President Mahama forwards petitions for their removal to CJ. EC bosses and SP's days in office numbered as President Mahama forwards petitions for their removal to CJ. Gregory Afoko Asapke Alangde discharged. Gregory Afoko Asapke Alangde discharged, and this of course has to do with the Adams Mahama murder trial. KNUST professor reveals Ghana can earn over $12 billion from cassava products. Wow. KNUST professor reveals Ghana can earn over $12 billion from cassava products. That's a lot. Let me bring you our scripture for today, as captured on the front page of the Chronicle newspaper. Psalm 21, verse 11. Though they intended evil against you and devised a plot, they will not succeed. Though they intended evil against you and devised a plot, they will not succeed. Psalm 21, verse 11. May the Lord bless the reading of his word. Now let's go to the Ghanaian Times. Let's promote sustainable food production. Minister urges corporate Ghana. Let's promote sustainable food production. Minister urges corporate Ghana. NHIS tariff to be increased by 120%. That's according to the Health Minister, Kwabena Minta Akando. Asantehene concludes Boko mediation, set to brief President Mahama. Asantehene concludes Boko mediation and is set to brief President Mahama. Killing of former NPP chairman. High Court discharges Gregory Afoko and Alangde Asapke. GPHA's Dr. Ntwibwe Siako named 2025 Public Sector PR Leader of the Year. So that's on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. When you go to the back page, though, take necessary precautions on Harmattan to stay healthy. Ministry of Health advises Ghanaians. Take necessary precautions on Harmattan to stay healthy. MOH advises Ghanaians. And then you have 2M Express drivers and management undergo emotional intelligence training. Quite important. All right, so that's the Ghanaian Times. Where do we go next? Okay, the New Republic. New Republic says $3.6 million All Africa Games scandal. GBC cash vanishes. Workers demand DG's suspension ahead of probe. $3.6 million All Africa Games scandal. GBC cash vanishes. Workers demand DG's suspension ahead of probe. Then you have talkative in quote. Talkative Sami Dakon on SML ego rampage. Hey boy. Gen Z's go bunkers. Gambles on raw sex as HIV alarm bells ring loud. Gen Z's go bunkers. Gambles on raw sex as HIV alarm bells ring loud. Zipline turns into condom courier. Health Minister slams scandalous drone rip-off deal. Ghanaian businesses need 13 certificates before operation. Business registration takes 1 to 6 months. Abba. Ghanaian businesses need 13 certificates before operation. Business registration takes 1 to 6 months. That's a lot. Well, let's go to the Economy Times and bring you some business stories. BOG's policy rate cut has markets waiting for follow-through. BOG's policy rate cut has markets waiting for the follow-through. Cedi succumbs to market pressure after a record 32% appreciation as at November 2025. Cedi succumbs to market pressure after a record 32% appreciation as at November 2025. Then you have ambitious 2026 budget leaves stakeholders full of optimism. Ambitious 2026 budget leaves stakeholders full of optimism. So that's the Economy Times newspaper. A lot of business stories in there. Walk to a newsstand near you, grab a copy, and you can get the details. All right, let's go online. Channel1newsonline.com. Channel1newsonline.com. Ghana's energy sector could benefit from gas transition. That's a UNDP and KPMG report. Ghana's energy sector could benefit from gas transition. That's according to a report by UNDP and KPMG. Let's move into other matters. EduWatch, strict WAEC supervision, reduced malpractice in 2025 WASI. Strict WAEC supervision, reduced malpractice in 2025 WASI. Again, 2025 WASI dip alarming. EduWatch calls for surgical inquiry. To some other stories, and Asenso Boache is here speaking, and he says, I've never opposed Accra-Kumasi Expressway. I've never opposed Accra-Kumasi Expressway. Moving on, STC to acquire 500 new buses and expand operations to Lagos and Liberia. STC to acquire 500 new buses and expand operations to Lagos and Liberia. Boku mediation, Menshia to release update after joint meeting. Boku mediation, Menshia to release update after joint meeting. Pandai rerun, Nyindam challenges High Court ruling, seek Supreme Court review. Pandai rerun, Nyindam challenges High Court ruling, seeks Supreme Court review. Irregularities go to the root of results. Judge explains Pandai rerun order. Kwawu unrest. Rexec assures chiefs of swift resolution. The health minister is here, Akando. He says Zipline was being used to transport condoms and mosquito nets. Adams Mahama's killing. Court discharges Afoko and Alangde. Zipline contract. Government spends over $500,000 monthly. That's according to the health minister, who also says NHI's tariffs to increase by 120%. All right, let me take you to citynewsroom.com. WAEC reveals major weaknesses behind sharp dip in 2025 WASI results. WAEC reveals major weaknesses behind sharp dip in 2025 WASI results. Government rolls out net metering app to drive solar adoption. Government rolls out net metering app to drive solar adoption. Tourism Minister orders service quality boost ahead of December in Ghana visitor surge. Tourism Minister orders service quality boost ahead of December in Ghana visitor surge. Boko conflict. Otumfuo to brief Mahama after landmark joint mediation. Otumfuo to brief Mahama after landmark joint mediation. And where you go to Nantong, NDC executives petition Mahama to sack DCE. Charlie, why? Why are people behaving like that? You want to sack your own man? Accra Kumasi Expressway. My letter to Mahama was about cutting waste. That's Francis Asensobuachi speaking there. EduWatch condemns politicization of 2025 WASI results. STC barely surviving after years of mismanagement under NPP. That's a deputy MD of STC speaking there. Boko conflict. Menshia to update public after landmark mediation. Kwachio Fosu is speaking and he says presidency did not orchestrate petitions against special prosecutor and EC boss. Presidency didn't orchestrate petitions against special prosecutor and EC boss. And then the Ghana Education Service has also spoken on the WASI results, and they say 2025 WASI results worrying, urgent national discussion needed. All right, so go online, citynewsroom.com, as well as channel1newsonline.com. You get details of these stories and several others. But stay with us right here on Channel 1 Television. You're watching Breakfast Daily. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll begin the news review segment.
This Christmas Eve, skip the ordinary and step into the extraordinary. Welcome to the Situation All White Party 2025, where the music never stops, the energy never drops, and the fun never ends. Celebrating grand style with great music, irresistible food, and an atmosphere that screams good vibes only. Date 24th December 2025. Venue Good Park near the Accra Mall. Time 8 p.m. till late. Dress code, it's an all-white affair. Get ready for electrifying live performances from Kofi Kinata, Perez Music,
Franco Bogbano, Enyela Yito Ikekpa,
Inchin Chin Band, and DJ Mingo. Wear your best all-white fit. Bring your dancing shoes and let's light up the night together. Book your tables now. Call 0205-973-973. It's Christmas Eve. Don't miss it. The Situation All-White Party 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM. And it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank, Bethel Logistics, and Hallmark Cafe.
In a nation full of questions, where truth often hides behind noise, one show dares to ask what truly matters face to face. With fearless clarity and a quest for accountability, host Umarusanda Amadou sits down with the movers and shakers of politics, governance, society, and business, confronting the issues that define our national conversation.
The party itself has said that whenever you're in opposition, you should choose flag bearers early.
So what you are trying to tell me is that you want somebody who is going out to come and select a leader for you. So the next person will come and say, but I didn't select him.
Direct victim of attack, violent attack.
Where and when?
The first one happened in Parliament. I was pregnant.
Now, for me, it was legitimized by a radio or TV station giving her a position to work.
So for you, take issue with GH1 and what and giving her the platform.
That is where the minority is. We are on them. We've asked questions.
President Mahama will be a mean president if he prioritizes only his children and DCP. He needs to demonstrate a Ghanaian government.
Every Tuesday at 9 p.m., join Umarusanda Amadou on Face to Face as he digs deeper, challenges power, and reveals the stories shaping Ghana's future. Only on Channel 1 TV.
In a world filled with challenges, we all need guidance, hope, and a lifeline to anchor us.
This is Lifeline, and I'm your host, Fred Crunchy Mensa.
From social issues, relationship challenges, and family matters, Lifeline is here to inspire, uplift, and guide you on your journey.
Where we give you support, where we hold your hand through the valley and through the thick and thins of life.
Join Bishop Fred Crunchy Mensa.
I welcome you especially to Lifeline.
Every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. right here on Channel 1 TV. Let's walk this path together, strengthen our faith, our families, and our lives. Lifeline, because every soul deserves a guiding light. Tune in to Lifeline on Channel 1 TV and let's grow together.
Ningo-Prampram, this is our moment to gather in one spirit for a night where the presence of God fills the air and every voice rises in worship. As Jata Foundation presents Ningo-Prampram in worship, one stage, one purpose, one voice, ministering live on stage is Ghana's finest gospel giants, CC Chum, Team Eternity, MOG, Joe Metal, Minister Paulo, Perez Music, PSA Esther, and Kofi Owusu Prepra. Venue Anglican School Park, Prampram. Date Friday, December 5th, 2025. Time 5 p.m. prompt. Come early, come ready, and come expectant. This event is proudly brought to you by Jata Foundation and under the auspices of the MP of Ningo-Prampram, Honorable Sam George. Media partners, Channel 1 TV, Ningo-Prampram in worship. This is more than an event. It's an encounter you don't want to miss.
Hello there. Welcome. Thank you so much for always keeping faith with us. This is Channel 1 Television. The program is Breakfast Daily, and we're going into the news review segment. where we get to invite the right guests. We ask them the relevant questions. They bring varying perspectives to the issues of national interest. And then we invite you to join us with your own thoughts, your comments, and contributions. You can do so via the WhatsApp number on your screens. And you can join our live YouTube and Facebook as well. Then you can tweet at us on X, comment on our content on Instagram, and enjoy some video content from Channel 1 TV on TikTok as well. So I have two gentlemen in studio. It's interesting today. They are all of medical background, and one is out, one is in the house. So we're looking to have very interesting conversations this morning. Professor Titus Bayo is the Member of Parliament for the good people of Lambouché. Prof, good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to have you. It's good to have you.
Happy to be here.
Right.
Yeah.
And Dr. Dixon Adomako Kisi is the former Member of Parliament for Anya Sotum. Doc, good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to have you.
Yes.
So, Prof and Doc.
Yeah.
Very well.
We are all medical doctors. I think that's the underlying point.
Very well. Let's see if we can do some surgical inquisition into some of the issues this morning. Yeah. Right. So, we're starting with, if you like, petitions. We've heard of an avalanche of petitions to the presidency. 7 of them calling for the removal of the EC chair and her 2 deputies. 3 of them for the removal of Kisie Jabin as special prosecutor. Yesterday when we spoke to the Minister in charge of Government Communications, he said all 10 have been forwarded to the Chief Justice for, whatever action that will be taken on it. But, Prof, let me start from you. Your party is in power. You keep telling us all the amazing things that you're doing. Yesterday, when a question was put to Felix Kwakye Ofosu about whether or not the presidency or Jubilee House had any interest in these petitions, whether it was cooked in the Jubilee House, he denied same and says all those who allege should be able to prove same. From where you sit, we've not even concluded. Although the former CG has been removed, she's still in court. Now we're going to EC and 2 deputies. Now we're going to Kisie Jabin, who is supposed to lead anti-corruption fight. Where are we going as a people?
Well, let me say a very good morning to the people of Lambouché who have given me the opportunity to be here, and to all our listeners. I think these are interesting times, and they are all signs of a maturing democracy. And we must allow these things to happen. They are individuals' rights, and all of us in public service must know that we will be held accountable for what we do. And to that extent, we cannot begrudge anybody who determines to exercise their democratic rights and freedoms enshrined in the Constitution. So irrespective of whatever office you hold, you must know whether it's an office with a security of tenure or not, there are accountability mechanisms.
True.
That said, I would say that it's very unfortunate for anyone to impugn motives and to even attempt to suggest that some people will sit in the Jubilee House and cook out such petitions. That I can't fathom that. Truth is, this is Ghana. We know at the end of the day, we will know the petitioners. It's just a matter of time, and we'll know the people who have actually petitioned and the reasons for the petitioning. If you look, the president really, as the former president said, it's a conveyor belt as far as this is concerned. Yeah, because it comes to you and it is stipulated clearly in the Constitution that you shall forward. Unlike the case of the CJ, in the case of these officers of the state, the gatekeeper is actually the Chief Justice.
True.
He is the one to determine if there's a prima facie case, if there are questions to be answered, and if he so determines, then he would then empanel the committee to say. So I would say that they are very interesting times. I don't think the government per se has a deliberate decision to take such a... I have not heard that anywhere in any of our meetings, in any of our communications.
Maybe you were absent from that meeting.
No, I haven't heard that anywhere. And the president keeps telling all his appointees that all of us will be held to the same standard. So if you are a Chief Justice today, know that the standards that the president and the government is holding these people to, you'll be held to the same standard. If you are the sitting EC chair or any other EC chair of the future, under this president, he would hold you to the same standard. And he said he's not going to shield anybody. So all his appointees are very cautious of that. It explains why, till now, you have not heard scandals flying left, right, center, because everybody is behaving mindful that the person who has appointed you has given clear directives. He's not going to shield you. If anything happens, he's going to let the law take its course. So I would say that we should just exercise some restraint and stop impugning such motives and spreading wild rumors and allow the law to take its course. These people are not guilty yet. They have not even been established a prima facie case against any of these people, and they are all fine people in their personal right. But if in the discharge of their duties they have faulted, then the law must take its course. If they haven't, they'll have the opportunity to, if a prima facie case is established, they'll be invited and they'll have an opportunity. And that's when we will know what allegations have people leveled against them. And I'm pretty sure His Excellency has no personal vendetta against any of these people and will not get himself directly involved.
Very well. Thank you, Prof. Doug, before I come to you, let me say good morning to Larry Dogbe. He's the editor of the Herald newspaper. So, Larry, good to have you.
Good morning. Thank you. Today is the doctors versus the misters.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, Dr. DC.
Yeah.
Petitions for the removal of the EC chair and her 2 deputies.
Advocacy.
Very good. I'm not in the chamber, so.
Oh, but he's not even using honorable. He's calling Prof, and that's fine.
This guy,
Larry,
the Dogbe. You're doing editorial work here. So I must commend the NDC. They are doing as they promised during the campaign period, that when they come, they'll remove the EC. I must commend them. In fact, they've done the CJ.
For keeping to their word.
Yeah. And you know, listen, they are playing by what they promised. And I must commend them. Truth be told, there may be petitions, but do they merit the removal? That's a key question. And that threshold lies in the bosom of the cabinet. And as it stands now, if it didn't meet the threshold for cabinet, they wouldn't have forwarded it
to the CJ.
Because
cabinet doesn't review this.
Oh, please. I think you've spoken. So it's a perception I have.
Protect him.
For instance, if I had petitioned that Jean's dresses too nicely, I don't think you'll end up at the CJ's office. If I had petitioned that, you know, she was having military men protecting her, and I don't understand it, does that merit her removal? So my point in case is that, after all, the CJ's case that found merit for Mahama to push on, in another cabinet or presidency or executive, it was not, found to be meritorious. So when I say that currently some things have found merit for Felix to come and tell us that they forwarded it to a CJ. After all, even Felix, there are petitions against him. Have we heard about it? Has it moved to somebody? No.
Felix.
Petitions against Felix.
People are complaining. I don't want to go into that.
But they've written.
You understand? So my key point.
But this should be substantiated.
Please. So are we saying that Jean Mensah's issues have all been substantiated? No. So my point again is
even
that
a case has not been established against her yet.
Now,
no, Doc, I'm actually helping.
I understand, but my point is that I'm commending the NDC. Yes, they are finding merit in all kinds of petitions.
But we haven't even seen the details of it.
My point is that they have forwarded it to the CJ. That means, wait.
For him to establish merit or demerit.
Boss, what I'm trying to get at is that in this country, many petitions went and were not forwarded.
Under who?
So,
okay, and let me be very straight with you. Not all petitions will be forwarded to CJs. I mean, is administrative work. If every petition that comes to the executive gets forwarded to CJ, he'll be overburdened. I mean, listen, there has to be somebody that ferrets through and say that, oh, this one, and I think that is what the Chief of Staff's office is for. And the Chief of Staff doesn't work on his own volition. He works under the directive of the executive. Please, let's be straight about these things. And let me add one key thing. Either we, in the future, come to terms with the fact that maybe the Electoral Commission tenure should be 6 years. I mean, let's be truthful to ourselves, and let's do that, so that it cuts across. Because this whole idea of petitioning and is clockwork. It is clockwork. And I can tell Felix that he did well trying to lie to Ghanaians. He did well.
Oh no, I don't think
I have every freedom to tell Felix that he's done well to lie to Ghanaians, that the executive had nothing to do with the petition.
But you cannot.
And the content of the petition is not from the executive.
But Doc, you cannot.
I have every right.
But you cannot prove what you're saying.
I said that is what I think.
You have rights.
Allow him to talk. Allow him to talk. Allow him to talk.
But you see,
I think that the executive.
No, allow him to talk. He has every right.
I have every
freedom
right.
of speech.
You do.
Freedom of speech.
But Felix is not
responsibilities, isn't it?
The person,
Felix is not
Felix
here
also has rights
to defend him.
He's not here to defend himself.
Felix is talking for
the fundamental
the
rule is that once you
okay,
speak for the government,
so let me say the spokesperson for the government. Is that okay for you now?
Okay, just go ahead.
The spokesperson for the government
I'll have an opportunity.
Held, oh, you've spoken now. The spokesperson for the government held a press conference telling us that, oh, in all honesty, though I'm lying to you, the key point is that we are forwarding content to CJ after we've installed CJ or sworn him in.
I don't think it was a press conference.
There wasn't a press conference.
There wasn't a press conference. Well, we spoke to him on radio last night.
Okay, so there was an interview.
Yeah.
Social media has it now. Okay. So the spokesperson, I won't mention name, for the government is telling me, the ordinary citizen, that the executive had nothing to do. The executive has no interest in whether Jean stays on or moves on.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see the lawyers of the petitioners. I'm waiting. And who's paying those lawyers? I'm waiting. Please. Not all petitions merit going to CJ. You can argue any way. I am saying this, that in one breath, one person can choose to look at the petitions and see that they don't have the weight enough to remove an electoral commissioner. I know for sure that the EC, when we had Charlotte, MPP won. When we had Jean, NDC you won. So I really think that it takes some level of appreciation of administration to say that, you know what, this roller coaster of removal of electoral commission, it has to stop at some point. I never saw true reason in the removal of Charlotte. I was like, we've won the election.
But you never spoke against it.
Oh, Master, you go and check my records.
Where on this
go online. Go
on
online and check Dr. Kisi.
Pull out
Charlotte.
one. Pull out an article. Let's see.
Because no one.
The articles I have on me are plenty.
On this particular matter,
oh, you can, like I said, check it. You're online here.
No, I don't have to. I don't
know.
You pull it
my
out.
key point. I will. As it gets your turn, I will pull it out. My key point. My key point is that we have a democracy that needs to be protected. If we keep pushing it, when a party wins, they think that all the other institutions, they need to change everybody. we'll have a problem. We are gradually making it more of an autocracy than a democracy. Because, I would have wished that even the IGPs, presidencies should not have the right to change them. I would have wished that these institutions that matter to us, shouldn't be easily changed because there's a new government. It is the only way we can have very solid checks and balances. I was here saying that, listen, God bless us with the Speaker of Parliament in the opposition to put us in check in the second term. It was true democracy. The presidency had major issue just bringing things to Parliament because the Speaker would, rightly put his foot down and say that, no, we won't agree to these things or these terms. So my key point here is that, listen, right now, Bayo, you are in NDC, you are in power, it looks nice. But listen, as a student of democracy, this path, we will have a tyrant president one day. And we would have created the tyranny because when he also comes, he will say that, I don't like the speaker, let me change him. I don't like the CJ, let me change him. Then we keep going. So now, instead of a presidency being about doing serious work for the Ghanaian people, any presidency that comes will spend 1.5 years changing institution heads.
Very well, Doc.
And we've done this, Prof, to very key governmental positions to the extent that now AMA boss is sacking ordinary workers because we've politicized every position in this country. It is troubling to issue a letter that people who were employed before 2025, all of them should go home, whether they are NDC or MPP, quote unquote. It is destroying Ghana. Ethics and everything about this country. There were architects employed with no party colors. You say they should go home because they were employed during MPP era. Come on, please. My key point is that this path is what we don't want. That is why we chose democracy, where there'll be people who oppose what you do in an administrative way. But if we want winner takes all, and what I mean all, some people will be slighted and they'll say that, listen, to hell with democracy. We've seen what's happening in the region, quote unquote, coup d'etats. We've seen it. The Quataras and people who want to be on forever. Please. My worry, and I speak from a nationalistic standpoint, two wrongs never made a right. If the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's administration removes Charlotte to say, and you think that the removal of Jean Mensa will help your ego, go ahead.
Very well, Doc. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Let me hear from Larry. The petitions are not just for EC boss and head deputy.
As for Kisi, he should resign. Kisi Jabe, he should resign. I think that office is not relevant. That one I've said it before, and I keep saying it. And it's not a party stand, but I am of the opinion that the Attorney General's office should be well equipped to do that job.
Very well. Larry, quick thoughts.
Boss, thank you. And this is what I think. You see, it's not for any reason. Or let me go back a bit. See, there were times in the history of Europe where, kings and, queens and others became very, very dictatorial because they were, let's say, more like the owners, and eventually a monarchy, came out of some of these things. And then they became very, very dictatorial. Now, eventually power got to the hands of the commoners. And what they did in some of these instances were to even behead, these kings and queens. And people who had gone to war and then, won the war, came home and became whatever. Check the history of Napoleon. and how powerful he became, and how eventually Europe couldn't contain him, okay? And he had to be, forced into exile, ostracized certain times. He fought back, had the opportunity to come back to France. And again, they managed to even push him out into exile where he lived and died. You can check it out. It shows that power cannot be concentrated in the hands of one person. Okay? Now, relating that to our current situation, we have created a constitution that we have operated for God knows how long. And mind you, Ghana has experienced several, systems of democracy. Okay? I mean, we've experienced the Kwame Nkrumah's, First Republic. In between that, then Second Republic, but in between that, there were military upheavals and so on. And then came the Third Republic, okay? And then, Jerry Rawlings also emerged from somewhere. Now, out of whatever it is, I mean, people sat down. People of, high intellectual capacity sat down and felt that we couldn't continue that kind of, trajectory, as it is. So a constitution was, promulgated. But before then, a consultative assembly was created and people went through, the nooks and crannies of this country. Some group of people decided to boycott it. And one of the things they said after the constitution came out, was that, this thing was being done by farmers, market women, fishmongers, so and so, that and that, cleaners and watchmen who came out with this constitution. After that, they boycotted Parliament as well. You get it?
Yes.
Yeah. They boycotted Parliament. But in between, but then they contested an election that was, that became possible on the basis of that same constitution that the farmers, the watchmen, the fishmongers, and the cleaners also, came up with.
Supposed. Use the word supposed.
But that was what they said.
No.
That they came up with. After that, the constitution that became the basis upon which everything, is held to us. On that same constitution, the same people will go, and exercise certain rights, benefit whatever privileges that come from them. They exercise certain rights out of that. It's upon one of those that when Maswelo Poku-Agyemang petitioned President Akufo-Addo, okay? President Akufo-Addo did what? For the removal of Charlotte Osei. What did he do? He took a conveyor belt and put it before his cousin, Gloria Ekufo. Even in that instance, Maswelo Poku-Agyemang's petition, we were told by the same, office that the petition was faulty.
Yeah.
They called him and said, Max, Betty. And he went for it and said, go and correct the thing. And he corrected it and brought it back to the presidency before it went there. At that time, Kissy's administrative, thing that he was talking about that didn't kick in. At that time, Kissy's administrative sieving didn't kick in. Okay? They called him and said that even though your thing was faulty,
come and correct it.
Come and correct it. Go and correct it. And then Fabra, whoever those petitioners were to date, we never know them. Or do you know them?
No.
So in that instance, it was correct. But in today's instance, where correction hasn't been done, where the thing has just been put before the Chief Justice, that listen, go through the thing. If you establish any prima facie case against, deal with it. What could be better than that? What could be a better process than that? In one instance, the person was called, come and take your thing and correct it. Eventually, we saw where he became a acting director of Ghana Law School. Okay? Is that a party person? He was also even part of Baumier's, manifesto committee. He was the guy who proposed certain reforms as far as the Ghana Law School, admission to the Ghana Law School was concerned. True or false? No, true or false?
Yeah, true. I mean, it's an open fact.
That is a party person. That is an MPP guy. That is somebody who is, sitting on the elephant. In this case, we don't know the people.
Yeah.
Well, we know one.
Okay, is he a party
a staff of the EC?
Of the EC?
A staff of
disgruntled.
the EC.
I hear
but
he's
not a party
disgruntled.
person.
Those are their words.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is the fact.
But it's not a party person.
But it's
at
not
least.
a party
He's been
person. That's what we are
interdicted,
dealing with.
hasn't been to work, for a year.
it's not
so-
established.
Being interdicted.
Yeah.
I hear he had issues. He's been
so
to
BVD machines
police
and all.
station, court, and so at
Yeah.
the point in time, the people who asked for his prosecution, they were not even showing up in the courtroom. So the court threw the case away.
Yeah.
He's still disgruntled in his words.
Oh, I mean, that is...
No, disgruntled how? If the process, a certain process was initiated, and you failed to appear, to
You couldn't
also
prove
go
your
to-
case in court
Exactly.
against him.
To prove your case against the guy,
but-
you don't kick him out. Then bring him back.
The disgruntlement is not...
No,
by
Kizzy, I'm
virtue
coming.
of-
Let me finish my point.
okay.
See, so that is one. How about the 9 others? Do we know them? I don't
So
know.
it will be 6 others on the part of the EC because the other 3 are for KCA.
Okay, me, I'm talking in composite terms. So then, that had gone on. In this same country, we had Anas going to video judges and so on the claim of they collecting bribes, yam, goats, and something. A certain process was initiated under the same article, 426? Sorry, 146 of the 1992 Constitution. The Constitution that people boycotted. And those judges, okay, I mean, who have had calls? I mean, these are lawyers or whatever. Judges, they became years of experience presiding over certain cases that even had to do with the Constitution. They became subjects of this same, article, this same Constitution. And one by one, they were dismissed and sacked. Is there anything like dismissed and sacked? They were sacked.
Editorial work.
They were sacked from their jobs.
Yeah.
It's for emphasis.
You get it? Some of them are people that I know. They lost their jobs.
And credibility.
And credibility, if you like, yeah.
Years of...
So if it could be applied in the cases of these judges, how many were they?
Numerous.
Exactly. Why couldn't it apply to Charlotte Ozay, which it happened?
Then apply to Gertrude?
Yes.
Yeah,
Why
we
couldn't it
applied.
apply to Gertrude?
Was he not a judge like any of them?
Do you get it? Why couldn't it apply to Kisi Ejabeng? And then who?
Remember Loretta Lamte?
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Why couldn't it apply to all these cases? For me, I see this as the law in the hands of the tool in the hands of the commoner. We might have issues as to
how. So we'll be petitioning about the president.
Let's impeach the president if he falls, short of our expectations. Let's do. That is the only way that we can refine this process. That is the only way that we are committed to the documents that the fishmonger, the cleaner, the watchman came up with for us.
Can we do something about what the threshold should be? What petition should amount to
merit?
If we don't go through the process, how do we get the threshold? If we don't go through the processes.
The Constitutional Review Commission is still working.
In one hand, a certain group of people can use it. But in another hand, another group of people
when it was used by that certain group of people, was it condemned?
Who condemned it?
No, I'm asking, if we condemned it then, should we allow same to happen now?
It doesn't apply at all. This question doesn't apply.
If it was bad yesterday, it's still bad today.
No, I'm saying that you talked about your question has to do with threshold. And I'm saying that, listen, it is after we have tested this whole thing before, then we can refine all this whole, this thing. For me, I'm not happy with where a petition is submitted, and then it said that don't make the content public.
Exactly.
The committee's work should be in camera.
Yeah.
After a document is done.
Is same applicable to this?
Yes.
Was this committee will be a CJ
Did you see that of
committee?
the judges?
No.
Did you see that of lawyer Talamte?
It's all under the same article.
Do you understand?
So,
For me, put it out there. It shouldn't be you are acting for and on behalf of us. So after the whole work is done, let's see the content of it. Do you understand? Including recommendations. So that tomorrow, the occupiers of that office will know that, listen, this is what they are going to face should they fall foul of the expectations. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That, again, that there are some common people whose interests they are serving, and they have a tool. And that tool was given to them or has been given to them by the Constitution. In the absence of that, you know, everybody, like Kisi is saying, every Tom, Dick, and Harry can wake up and then say that, listen, I don't like your beard. And so I'm going to petition.
I beg you, it's all I've got.
I don't like your beard, so I'm going to petition. We should be able, after a certain time, let's put the document in the public domain. Do you understand? Let's have the president also saying that, listen.
15 years or 12 years. I mean, sometimes it's just limitations.
Oh, no, for me, I think that one is even too long. Because then somebody is going to succeed. The person should know the content of that.
It should be possible for us to know.
To know.
Yeah.
So that we are all following the process.
Do you know why this whole thing became an issue? Yes. It's because then there was a petition against Chief Justice Akwa by Brighter Kute.
Okay.
And soon after the petition, I was working with the Enquirer then. There are things to say, but one day
you want to put that in out there?
Oh yeah, I got a copy of that petition and I published it in the Enquirer. Quickly, our colleague Chum, J. Chum, who was working with Gabi, I think through Gabi, quickly went to the Supreme Court and filed, a case before the same Justice Akwa. Who the petition was against. And then he was to tighten up the loose ends that the document shouldn't have been made public.
Yeah.
And because the document had been made public, it loses whatever it is. That was the end of all that.
The gravitas.
Yes. That was the end of all that. So again, a tool was put in the hands of the commoner. And then it says that, don't make the petition public. And then as soon as it's made, then you go to the Chief Justice, and the Chief Justice, empaneled his friends within the Supreme Court to sit over the thing and then shut the door on everybody. So as soon as it comes out, it loses whatever.
Yeah.
You get it. We don't have to, democracy is supposed to be transparent.
Yeah.
It is supposed to be transparent. It is not for any reason why the military, they tell you that this is a confidential document, because there are security implications, national security implications. But this thing, if your misbehavior, stated incompetence, ill health, and all that, I mean, there are things we need to know. I mean, let's deal with it.
Right, thank you. Thank you, Larry. Prof, you wanted to
just
make
a
a quick
brief thing. I just wanted to put some few facts in there. I mean, my colleague, Doc, was in the chamber before me. He is a senior legislator even before I joined. He should know that the burden of proof, whether there is a prima facie case or not, does not depend on cabinet, does not depend on the president. It only depends on the president when it comes to the CJ.
Yeah.
But per Article 146, what the president has done is what he's supposed to do. Determination of whether there is merit or not, whether the petition has weight or not, is going to depend on the Chief Justice in this instance. If I had sent a petition and the president had decided not to forward it, that can be grounds for the president to even be removed.
Exactly.
Because it's mandatory that he should. And so if he's calling for the president to be sanctioned, this will be a reason why the president can be sanctioned. If I know that I've submitted a petition which he has refused to forward, I can take it up because per constitution he must. The other point I just want to put out is that I agree with him that we should stop the process of changing certain appointments. Yes, because one, it doesn't create a very good impression. But if you take some institutions like the EC, which is supposed to be an arbiter, an independent, neutral arbiter in this election process, which can be so, I mean, at some point, almost like it brings the nation to the brink of confusion, and they are the people to settle things for us. It is very sad that the SYL NPP administration almost bastardized this so much sensitive national institution, where known political activists were appointed to the EC. And we were all here. We all complained. Appear and the rest, we all complained. We knew their background, but no one did anything about it. This is not the same as the process we are going through. I would also agree with him that offices like the special prosecutor, personally, I think that is one of those offices where the political class just use something to tell us that we are doing something, we are pretending to be doing something, and yet do nothing. In fact, it was former President Kufuor who said that government pretends to be paying the workers, and the workers pretend to be working. The same way, the person who wants to endorse corruption create an office that I'm using to fight corruption, and then that office.
You know that expression was rather said by Edward Mahama.
The pretension?
Yeah.
Well,
Kufuor later, you know,
okay.
during one of the presidential debates.
To him. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So you set up an office as if you're using it for something, and then it actually endorses what is happening. And there are several examples of such. We have SML, which is supposed to be revenue assurance, which data now shows us that was rather looting the country. And several of such examples exist where creations were made as though publicly they are helping us fight something, and at the end they cause us more harm. My last submission on this is that the constitutional review is important, but my understanding is that to the extent that we haven't tested, and I agree with Larry, if we don't test aspects of the constitution, we do not know, it will be difficult to set threshold. So I'm happy that these cases are coming up. We get to know, at least we've had for the first time a CJ removed, people have made various commentary, academics have written. Based on that, when we're reviewing a constitution, that aspect of it, we can look at the literature around it, we can look at the challenges we faced when it was being implemented and see can we make it better. But when you have aspects that have never been tested, it's going to be theoretical.
But Prof, haven't we tested this? An EC boss has been removed.
Yes.
A Shraj commissioner has been removed. A chief justice has been removed.
This is the very first time.
Who will you take?
This is the first
Speaker
time. No,
President?
No, this is the first time we are removing a CJ with this constitution. This is the first time. And we've seen
successfully.
We've seen all the commentaries around it.
Yes.
So I think that now that the Constitutional Review Committee is working, they will have some data to back what they do. We've never impeached the president with this constitution. It is there. It has never been, I don't know if it has ever been tried.
I think they've tried it.
But it's never succeeded.
Never succeeded.
So maybe with the failed attempts, that kind of data will help us. That okay, if we made it this way, then the president will feel more responsible to the citizens because maybe the threshold is lower. You know, surprisingly, it is easier per our constitution to remove the president than to remove the Speaker of Parliament.
Really?
Yes, go check it. The quantum of votes required by Parliament to impeach the president is less than the quantum of vote required to remove the speaker. So these are all aspects of the Constitution that with time, as we live through it, we can review. And then that's why I said, in a maturing democracy, we are a work in progress. This allows us, yes.
You're talking a lot. There's one key thing.
Yes.
About the timing.
Yes.
As to when these petitions came.
Yes.
Is it clockwork? So after this one, which petition is coming? Can you tell me?
I have no clue. So I have no clue. You see,
this question is mute.
It's mute. And you know one thing.
We finished CJ.
It has four flats.
You see,
we finished CJ.
There is,
now we're on this.
Okay,
I'm just curious.
I don't want to pretend to know what he wants to say. But you know one thing. There is a saying that if you are guilty of something, if you see something that looks just like it, not even close to it, you panic.
Yeah.
You know.
Not when you're hardened criminal.
For him to even imagine it that a cabinet will endorse this. maybe you should tell us if in the past cabinet was endorsing such petitions.
The sins of your fathers.
Because our cabinet will not sit to discuss petitions like this. They are so busy resetting this country, building the country.
Is this part of the reset?
You know the interesting
Is this part of the reset?
We are the apostles of rule of law. We are apostles of rule. If the rule of law is
now working.
Today, Charlie.
No, you have someone who says the law is the law. And now when the same law is coming after you, when the law is coming after you, it's no longer the law.
Well, the law is the law.
The law is the law.
It must still remain the final.
So my final submission. For me, there's a perception that this is witch hunting. That is, I have every right to have that. And I don't believe Felix or the spokesperson for the government when he tells me that the executive has no interest or role in the preparation, the writing, and the production of the petition. That is, I have every liberty to think that is the case. And that one, Doc, you can't stop me from having that. So
I
that is,
disagree with you.
and I'm only waiting to see the lawyers that they would have, based on the petitioners, looking at their, caliber and their ability to afford those lawyers.
But do you know the petitioners?
Do you know them?
He
has an idea who
listen, either way, their lawyers will be known.
But lawyers are brains and hands for hire.
You can hire
so I'm saying either way, we'll know the lawyers.
In fact, the lawyers can choose to do pro bono.
No, I'm coming. Would you be surprised to see Gary Nimako as one of the lawyers?
Interesting times ahead.
You see, it should not break.
As for Gary,
how about I go to?
As for Gary, if I see on Ijabin, I won't be surprised. You understand?
How about Dami?
If I see him also on the Ijabin one, I won't be surprised.
How about Gabi?
How about
Gabi?
Even better.
But you see, his statement is making it such that now it's as though lawyers then becomes careful.
Which cases
if you are called by
some lawyers are
you have a firm and someone comes to you.
Some lawyers are
experienced in constitutional law. Come and do this case for me, and then because
don't stop the lawyers from eating.
No, this because of a certain agenda set.
Some lawyers are colored.
If this lawyer comes,
and that is the coloration of almost everything in this country. That's not healthy.
I have to be straight with you. I don't expect to see the
economic freedom.
Let's not politicize professional careers.
No, but it cannot be journalism. It cannot be that only Chikata handles all petitions.
No, but have you seen Chikata?
No, I'm just making my point.
But if the man is good,
and someone is asking one of the petitions,
if you have an issue or if you have a petition, would you go for the best lawyer in petitions?
So this many years there are no other lawyers.
If they are not coming, they are not coming.
But train one from your phone.
No, but please. So if the best is there, why would I go for second?
Exactly.
I want my petition to go through.
Listen, at a certain point, the best gets senile dementia.
And you think that
no, Doc. Like this one is below the belt.
See, if Chatuchikada is good at what he's,
I only said that I'll be surprised to see the Thaddeus's and and others
but if we are the best on the market.
No, the man says, listen, he says he will be surprised with I
didn't say. I said
no, he won't be.
I said if I see him managing Kisi Jagbing, I won't be surprised.
He said he'll be surprised, but then if he sees him with OSP, he will not be surprised.
No, I'm saying that based on still my argument.
And I'm also saying
that certain people have elements.
And based on that same argument, how come Chatuchikata can be part of this? How come Thaddeus can be part of this?
If I see him with the petitioners, it gives it a different color.
What color?
Why?
Right. Like,
must I be the one to
final submission? Just about minutes.
For me, I think that what happened in the case of the Chief Justice, Gertrude Tokono, was that we got the names of the petitioners. I think that we should get the names of these petitioners. Yeah, these guys as well. Now again, in the case of the removal of the EC, I think that during the election petition hearing, that thing that came out that, oh, listen, she shouldn't speak to the various numbers that she came out with. For me, was, a serious aberration. We should think of how the constitutional review will ensure that
she mounts the box.
Yes, people with critical role.
I mean, it cannot be.
They cannot be shielded. When you had, 7 judges, Supreme Court judges, rewriting the law. Okay? We cannot do that in this case.
May I ask you one thing?
Would you give me more time?
Yeah, I'll give you. Don't worry. I'm the host.
The show is yours now.
I must say this on record.
Usurpation of power.
That in many times, Jean was not the first person to announce a win or a loss and then subsequently make adjustment to the numbers. It's not the first time. You can check Afarijan. He can determine that the presidency, this person has won, and then it takes 3 days. Sometimes. Mind you, Prof, even in the US, sometimes it takes them a month.
No, that's fine.
To even come and
I think the principle is not the fact that we are not saying she's infallible. No, that's a bit.
I think the fundamental thing is that she should have mounted the box to speak to the figures.
It's a very
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. But I just wanted to.
As for the error,
not error, please. Mind you, and Thaddeus has to admit to this, that the certified report comes later.
That's fine.
And the percentages do change. Because other things come in, which we all know will not change the overall, And for that reason, when these happen, let's not over.
No, but the principle is that shielding her from.
You see.
No, I agree with you.
You know something? Right. So much money goes into the election. She deploys competent people.
Hopefully.
Well, into this particular thing, police, other security, the state machinery comes to a halt because we are going for an election. There is this, fear as to which way is going to go. Is the EC going to ensure that the right thing is done? You are not supposed to question them. In other countries, they call them the Independent Electoral Commission. Do you understand? So if you have that label on you, you should ensure that all that you do, the critical work you do, is, above reproach. But if you don't do that, and issues come, and we've gone to, the court, the highest place of the land, to decide whatever had gone on, you should be bold enough and say that I'm speaking to this particular matter. It is not for anything that when there's a contention over who a parent or a father of a child is, they are here. People subject themselves to a DNA analysis. You get it. So it is our DNA moment for her to speak to the numbers, to justify her work, her competence, her stewardship. That wasn't done. And she was rather hiding in the belly of, Supreme Court judges. You don't do that. And so for me, the Constitutional Review Committee should, ensure that this one shouldn't be anything that, the others cannot speak. The very moment you do that, it becomes a tool that people use. And, election, we are privy to a lot of electoral whatever.
In all of this, let me say greetings to Dafia Makpo.
Guinea-Bissau it's on our hands. Well, we just saw Tanzania. Listen, Africa is in a very
the petition and Dafia Makpo.
The environment is not
to talk.
Sorry. Please. I can't contain myself.
Please do.
Just greetings to
Please contain yourself.
Please.
We don't want an explosion in here.
Next time we need a pastor on this.
I can't contain myself. It's just greetings to the family.
We'll do the greetings after the show.
Taking on his behalf.
And the petition.
As for OSP's office,
He should resign, that's all.
The narrative from that place is not good at all. At all. It doesn't seem to be working. Every,
I would have wished that they spend the energy on just removing that office, period. Instead of even the removal of
removing that, because then the MPP guys are now the ones who are queuing to go there one of every morning.
The Attorney General.
I think that the OSP...
And then you accuse the Attorney General of politics.
We need to have a critical look at it, because what office is it that since its creation... We've not had one successful person manage the place.
Yeah.
The first person struggled. The second person is struggling. There could be something fundamentally wrong with how it is set up and created. Maybe we have to review it. I cannot tell.
Scrap it.
But we have had two different people from different backgrounds struggle.
Maybe the third one will do better.
We never know. We can, as I said,
the third you caught the imprints or something. You call Bosom so imprints.
Yeah. Anyways, a few quick messages. Hi, petition to remove EC chair and 2 deputies is in order because it was wrong to deny SAR representation in Parliament for 4 solid years.
Good. I've forgotten that one.
It's coming.
It's not proper to force people out of their enclave to register at EC's offices during COVID time by transporting themselves in a very harsh economic condition. And worst of all, some were allegedly heard promising their families that so long as they are heading the EC, NDC would never win any election, blah, blah, blah. Such behavior cannot be tolerated in a democratic era. His name is Papa Bishu from Spentex in Accra. This one says, we Ghanaians seem to be born with a spirit of hypocrisy, and it shows up in every part of our lives. Are we to believe that the NDC's reset agenda, a policy aimed at removing the heads of key state institutions, is a carefully considered plan? The agenda is being carried out, and it's frustrating when people argue about it based on the law. Which law? If tomorrow I hear they are removing Jesus Christ as the symbolic head of Christianity, I won't be surprised. Amino from Nsawam sent that.
It is amino acid.
This one says petitions for the removal of the SP and EC bosses were premeditated. The chairman of the NDC, Asiedun Ketia, made this known somewhere in March 2025, so it is unsurprising to Ghanaians. Ahmed from Nima sent that one in. Kwajo Mafo from Kwawu Jamase says, good morning, another petition to remove the EC commissioner and her 2 deputies is not news. It is a campaign promise and it is being fulfilled. CDS and other senior security officers, IGP and Chief Justice removed. The petition to remove the OSB and electoral commissioners is an understatement. The action is born out of hatred, lies and propaganda. Hey, Kwajo Mafo.
From Jamase.
Kwawu Jamase.
Not surprising.
Invariably, if you look at the cost and benefit analysis of the Office of the Special Prosecutor, indeed that office has been a waste to the taxpayer and as such must be scrapped off to give Ghanaians value for money going forward.
So does the Attorney General have a bulletproof car? I'm curious. I'm just curious.
But
look, today the devil's advocate.
Oh no, but there's a bulletproof car that was bought under the Akufo-Addo administration.
For the Attorney General?
No, for the
Office
OSP.
of the Special Prosecutor.
We are also telling you what we know.
Abdul Ganiu Mankaringu from the Savannah region says the groundwork was laid long before these petitions emerged. It began with the removal of the Chief Justice and the appointment of Justice Bafo Boni. The role is straightforward. We remove someone to bring you in, so now you must remove others to bring in your own. Imagine if this kind of institutional overhaul had been initiated under the NPP. Just consider how the media would have reacted.
They did worse.
The entire reset began with the dismissal of military generals to eliminate the risk of military intervention. Once you give full control
for some of these things, I mean, they are not.
Abdul Ganiu, I mean, you'd have to come again with your messages. But this is Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 Television. We'll take a break here. When we come back, we'll move into other matters. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Redefined with Franco refrigerators. Imagine a refrigerator that keeps your food fresher and longer. Enjoy advanced features like the multi-air flow technology for optimal cooling, the smart humidity control for moisture levels, the fast freeze function for rapid cooling, and the energy efficient control for reduced power consumption. We have the double-decker freezers in different types. We also have the chest freezers in different types. We have the tabletop freezers. Get yourself a refrigerator from Franco and you will never regret. For online purchasing, just visit our website at www.francotrading.com. Call the numbers on the screen for bulk purchasing and any assistance. Franco Refrigerators, freshness redefined.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again? Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa, dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late? Of
course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter what you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Senya, God, the apple boom. If you put it with so would the coming of the Son of Man be.
Hey.
Is that his car?
Ha! Even now, your shadow the way designer.
I use my own mouth to reject him. Oh, this is my mouth. Look at that.
Kwame, my son. Now, tell me the truth. How did this all happen?
Oh, Mommy, simple direction. Mr. Good Luck no check me way.
Yeah,
man.
Easy car. Or dial star 712 hash.
The devil is a liar.
He picked his ticket and entered his lucky 5-digit number.
How much birthday?
Oh, how romantic!
And he followed the prompts. Yes, and then boom, confirmation test.
One quick, pick 5 numbers for me, okay? I'm feeling like service.
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the
You see how they love you now?
Yo, baby, our family payment before December, may release a motivational album. Patapa, my super.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
In December 2023, the biggest play in the history of African theatre made its debut.
Before the God of Iron, I stand on oath.
You saw it.
Hey, we sent you all the way to Ileife to bring us greetings from Ifa.
By popular demand and in honor of Maoli Semevo, Image Bureau, in partnership with April Communications and the National Theatre, presents The Gods Are Not to Blame this December 17th, 7 p.m., 18th, 7 p.m., and 19th, 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. at the National Theatre. Visit www.imagebureaugh.com or dial star 714*46# for your tickets. Single 250 cedis, double 400 cedis. Supported by New Plant Car Rentals, Ghana Tourism Authority, Balakwa. Sponsors Stambic Bank, our media partners, and proudly brought to you by MTN.
Thank you for staying with us. This is the news review segment on Breakfast Daily, live on Channel 1 Television. Larry Dogbe is here, Dr. Dixon Adumakukisi is here, Professor Titus Bayu is also here. We're moving into a field that may excite the two of you, and perhaps Larry. Zipline medical drone delivery services. The majority leader openly in Parliament says he does not like the contract and is even, if you like, advocating that it be terminated. Yesterday, the minister in charge of health, Kwamna Minta Akando, took a turn at the government accountability series. And he says the thing, we're not doing the emergency thing you're supposed to do. We are delivering condoms and mosquito nets and textbooks. Prof, from where you sit, value for money, Zipline.
If you go for value for money, the answer is based on what I have seen and data that I have intercepted. I would say it's not. Ghana is not getting value for money.
Are you on the health committee?
I am on the health committee.
Okay.
As far as health is concerned, I'm on the health committee. I'm the board chair for Kolebu.
Oh,
I
okay.
have lived through some of the challenges of Zipline.
Okay.
And I would say that when Zipline was being introduced into the country at the time, if you permit me, I'll tell you what we were told at the Medical Association. I'll read from the Parliamentary Hansard where the debates took place. And then we'll ask ourselves, how did we get here?
Right.
At the time of introduction, when they came for a critical stakeholders meet to the Medical Association, we were assured that not a penny of government money was going to go into Zipline.
Wow.
And now, when I mentioned it on another platform, they were asking me to produce evidence. Not only was I told, but on the floor of Parliament and on the 3rd of December 2018, the Minister for Health, Honorable Kweku Ajimamenu, stated, Mr. Speaker, I would want to stress again that the Honorable Minister for Finance did not put his signature to this because it's not going to be done from the consolidated account. The public purse is not going to come in here. I am very glad that when Honorable Ranking Member of the committee, his friend to the Committee of Health, was speaking, he mentioned...
And that would be Akando. Then. Ranking Member then.
No, I'm coming. When the Honorable, he mentioned Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation as the... this is where is going, and he, let me quote.
So basically, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Let me just read it verbatim. I'm very glad that when the Honorable Ranking Member of the committee was speaking, he mentioned Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Is that where Ghana's consolidated account sits? Why should the Minister for Finance come in when we have stated explicitly that the state will not fund this? Then Honorable Muntaka then rose up and then asked that, to paraphrase what Muntaka said, then why bring this thing to Parliament? Because if government is not funding it, there is no need to bring it before Parliament for any parliamentary approval. Parliament approved things that government of Ghana funds.
Right.
He comes in again and emphasizes, Mr. Speaker, corporate bodies would fund this project and they would need parliamentary approval to give them the confidence that the public is aware and that Parliament has approved it before they can commit their funds to us. Other than that, like my colleague, Honorable Member for Asawasi suggested, we would have no business coming here to do anything. But that is like the condition on us. Those that we have approached have given us the indication that they would want to support us fly the drones to some health service delivery areas and would want parliamentary approval before they commit us to this. This is quoted verbatim from the Hansard of Parliament. Wednesday, I think the date was, I'm saying Wednesday, it was on the 3rd of December, I don't know which day it was, but the 3rd of December 2018.
2018.
Now, let me go to my substantial submission. For something that this was discussed in Parliament, how do we end up with a contract that ends up being take or pay? This is a critical question we need to ask ourselves.
It's a take or pay
agreement. And I can give you some figures here. Currently, we are supposed to be paying about $88,000 per center per month. $88,000 per center per month. And this Zipline was brought in specifically for critical emergencies.
True.
But as we find, a study that I have access to, have intercepted, Zipline's operation was supposed to do emergency deliveries. That was their core one.
Mandate. Yeah.
But per their own records, they do emergency deliveries, they do resupplies, and they do scheduled deliveries. Now, resupplies and scheduled deliveries are planned. There's nothing emergency about it. This is something that our current logistics and supply chain mechanism can supply. Zipline, per the work they are currently doing, it means that they are not fit for purpose.
Because we have regional medical stores that should be able to
Exactly. If you were set out for emergencies and your total deliveries to emergency now is not up to 1% of all your deliveries that you are doing, are you fit for purpose?
The total emergency deliveries.
Yes,
it's not up to 1%.
Is not up to 1%. The total, the top 5 things that they have delivered, the emergencies are blood, anti-snake serum, some emergency medicines like oxytocin. If you sum the total number of times they have delivered these, compared to the other non-essential deliveries or non-emergent deliveries, it's not up to 1%. Okay. They were also set up to reach hard-to-reach areas. Per the data that was available to the team that did the studied their operations in 6 years, using the Ghana Statistical Service classification of geographic locations in this country, which is considered hard to reach. The hard to reach facilities form only 12.4%, which means about 80-something% of the facilities they were sending things to are actually accessible.
Yeah.
They are not hard to reach. So how did we get here?
Share this with me when you're done.
How did we get here? So the top 5 emergency products were blood, anti-snake serum, infusions, normal saline, Ringer's lactate, oxytocin. And he knows this, what these infusions are. The other non-essential things which the minister mentioned yesterday, condoms, they delivered in the total number of counts.
But a condom, no, it might be essential. We've seen a surge in HIV deaths.
No, but who is buying? Who is buying a condom?
But I mean, how urgent is it that you deliver a condom by a drone? How urgent? And 1,760 times that they found
maybe
deliveries.
the edge couldn't wait.
You get stroke.
Mosquito nets, food and nutrition materials, veterinary products like pig semen, animal cryonics. These are some of the things.
And that was built on, the Ghana Health Service was built.
Yes. And you see, to be fair to Zipline, you can't hold them absolutely responsible for this. It's the system.
Yeah,
because they don't go to procure this to deliver.
Yeah.
They are set up. Someone supplies this to them and they pick it and send it.
What you feed them is what they say.
Yeah.
What you feed them.
We should find out who bought the condoms.
So, and let me just go quickly to the contracts bit. It was, you heard my initial submission from the Hansard. And really, should some people not be answering questions today, if you stand before the people's representatives and tell us that not a peswa of government money is going to this?
Do you remember National Cathedral?
Good. So why are people walking free with all of this? Why? And we end up signing a contract.
You finish.
No, you can come in.
No, finish.
We end up signing a contract that has a base service charge of $145,000. And then if we pay on time, we get an $11,000 discount. If you don't pay on time, you pay the full fee. Do you understand? And it's costing us about $88,000 per site. Now they have 6 sites per month. When this study was done, the studies showed that if you compare to centers like Malawi, Malawi is costing them about $20 to $50 per delivery. If you do our current calculation, we are around $80 to about $100 per delivery. Should we deliver mosquito nets at $100 to the cost of the state? if it was our private business, would we do that? Should this not be reviewed? So I think we should put it in context. If you were set up for something and the review is showing that you are no longer doing that, you were set up based on lies and fabrications, the truth must come out. And when it is all evaluated, we should get to a point where we'll make proper recommendations. So the information I have is that the government has not made a decision as of today that they are cancelling Zipline. No. The ability to deliver things rapidly can have a value in some national emergencies, in some current circumstances. But it must have value for money.
True.
It cannot be that other people are paying $20 to $30, $50 and we are paying $100. If you look at how Zipline is set up, for us currently how much we are paying, for us to get the most of Zipline, each of the centers should be delivering about 200 deliveries per day. Currently, some of the centers are not even doing up to 30 deliveries.
But if there's, is there a need?
That is the point. Which means that there is no need. And you ask the question, if you ask me personally, the amount being spent on Zipline and the top critical emergencies, we talked about blood and the rest, medically, I'm an obstetrician. I know the value of blood to prevent women from dying and all of that. Zipline would then not be the most appropriate way to distribute blood nationally.
Very well.
We can set up this money, if given to the National Blood Service, they can set up blood bank fridges, services in all our district hospitals, in all these other places, and from the district hospital to the nearby facilities, it is easy. People can donate at the local level. When you have to fly blood from a central point, then you ask questions, how do you feed that central point? Because a donation. Blood cannot be bought. People must come and donate. So how will you get the blood? Rather than decentralizing it, equip the National Blood Service. People can donate in their locality. It will be stored in the fridge and used there. Why spend that amount of money? Flying condoms, flying textbooks, flying uniforms. There is the need for us to review this thing.
Review. Thank you. Doc, to cancel or to review Zipline?
First of all, I think that I am a firm believer in technology and its advancement. I'm looking at Amazon stores where they are actually ordering online and you go in and there's no human being there to give you your products to walk home. So health advancement in this country, in the category of technology, I think we score high as a nation. So I wouldn't discount that. And I think that there are more positives depending on how we restructure Zipline for this country. Whether we like it or not, some of our roads are quite deplorable. And as it is, getting very needed things to them in a timely fashion sometimes can be very troublesome. So that's my take. Let me add that Zipline also pushed vaccines, which some may consider as non-essential or not emergency, but during the COVID era, it was quite very important and was significant. But the question is that, do we need 6, 8, 10 in this country? If we are paying close to $800 or $8,000 a month, I think that's on the high side. I'm of the school of thought that the operational expenses need to be looked at so that we can rebargain the cost per deployment. And then also we need to look at why it was set up in some places, if really, truly, there was that need. I believe every life that Zipline have saved is in the interest of this country. And for that reason, I'm of the idea that certainly the operational expenses in terms of the setting up can be re-looked at so that the cost is not as much as it is. And then the burden on the nation is not as much. So these are my thoughts about Zipline. But I must also commend and appreciate the fact that in the whole of Africa, I think we're the third or so nation that has adopted this company's program. Others are deploying it for military purposes in the Ukraines and things like that. It's very useful for them. Granted, we are not in that situation, but I must also say that during the COVID era, this was very timely, and we cannot discount it in terms of our health infrastructure in this country. But truth be told, I was disappointed to hear that, you know, condoms and things like that were part of the items that were distributed. That I also think that maybe management had a void to fill in terms of operationalizing this to ensure that deliveries are happening and things like that. So I would beg to differ in the sense that for all reasons and purposes, maybe those deployments were to do, you know, to run the place, and not necessarily that they felt that those were essential. I've visited a number of locations. There's one right after Akosombo, very nice location between Peki and Akosombo or Jaspon. Yeah, very nice location. Just Japon. Sorry, Japon. Maybe I like Zoom Lion too much. So I think that I'm for technology, and we must admit it's costly. But then again, we have the likes of Kolebu, where elevators are not working and things like that, and we need to, as a nation, be mindful of these things, so that you don't go deploying condoms when your elevators for pregnant women are not working, which he's privy to.
As we speak now, all our elevators are working.
I am not coming at you.
No, I'm just giving some information. We used to just a minute. We used to have a problem where we had challenges with our elevators, but as we speak today, all elevators are working. And not only that, this morning, we are offloading 4 new elevators as part of the research agenda.
We'll come and check.
Yes, 4 new ones, and we are setting them up in the main department.
I'm not coming after you.
No, I'm just giving you an example.
You
set an example. I'm giving you more information. We used to have that as a follow-up.
We'll do a follow-up.
I am rather saying that.
Yeah, we should use
it. He agrees with you.
I agree with you.
So carry on.
So let's be mindful that in the SDGs, whether we like it or not, your technological advancement is also important as a nation. And this infrastructure improves on Ghana's healthcare infrastructure, and our advancement. And there's room, let me also add that, there's room for many ancillary services in health that needs to be improved upon. And I'll beg to differ in entirely cancelling this project. I would beg to differ. I would rather propose that we look at the price and readjust and let it be. That person in Hohoi who enjoys this service would say that when they made the call, the arrival of that product was really a powerful intervention. And he has been in rural medicine before. Sometimes just that oxytocin can make a difference between you keeping a woman alive or keeping her dead. So I really am for it, but we should readjust it.
Very well. Thank you.
And sorry to come in. After this program, there's one thing that is on my mind because of his position as board chair to Kolebu. I think that some of the agenda 111s, okay, maybe rather better off being used as an extension to some of the departments at Kolebu. And I say this with the greatest of respect to the whole country. If the obstetric and gynae unit supposedly had an extension in my constituency, then they would build my Agenda 111 quicker. You understand? And it will help them. It will help them. So board chair will talk. I really think that might be one way, to really utilize the Agenda 111s.
Very well.
If Ridge had an extension, we should look into that.
Thank
board
you.
chair.
Larry, Zipline.
Yeah, thank you. You see, there's something called, said to be knowledge sharing. Okay, and then technology transfer. Now, are we saying that whatever Zipline is doing, we can't have a department under the Ministry of Health
Or even the Ghana Health Service.
or Ghana Health Service to do this thing? How many years have they operated?
6 years.
Exactly. And how much do they collect a year? 170 million Ghana cedis, we are told.
Yeah.
Even that we owe them plenty.
Okay, and we are saying that we can't have this created even under the Ghana Ambulance Service. Are we saying that? Or somebody just sat somewhere and packaged this deal
Strong word.
to make money?
Correct.
Why? From the document he read, you went to Parliament and denied flat.
That was the early beginnings.
And then you have to get back to Parliament to say that, listen, things have changed.
Oh, they did come back.
And you know the interesting thing is that the corporate
It was
bodies
put under presidency.
Oh, Kisi, let me finish lah.
Oh, sorry, carry on.
Is that the corporate bodies would needed assurance. And so that is why they
government guarantee.
Yes.
So when it gets parliamentary ratification,
ratification,
then
then
that's confidence.
I mean, what the lie? And Parliament will sit. I mean, in other jurisdictions, I'm sure this is perjury to Parliament, and you would have to be summoned. You have to appear before the Privileges Committee, and you are not just whatever an ordinary Bogano rank, but he was a parliamentarian at the time he was saying this.
Minister of Health.
The Minister of Health was also a parliamentarian when he was saying this. And this guy will be invited by, the state institutions. And you have party chairmen, minority leaders.
People go and
go to sit, in the sun, on the floor, saying that, human rights is being abused. So and so has been done, that and that has been done. With that, you are all here. How vocal or vociferous Kwajumamenu was. Today, we can't find him. Lightwave.
Are we looking for him?
Lightwave has come up. We can't see him.
Okoboy has been speaking.
Lightwave came. We can't see him. Zipline has also emerged. You remember the Sputnik
V
deal? That also prices were inflated and it became controversy. Bazaar.
He was not the right.
I mean, so which of those ministers were honest with us?
Oh.
Yes. Ken Oforiatta, we can't find Ken. I hear he's become like Zacchaeus. Where he's being,
he's on the sycamore tree.
No, but
my leader
you carry on.
But
I think
like you have the final.
He's not been invited for anything that he's turned down. So let's he doesn't want
you
to
go and lie to Parliament this way. And so that what is before Parliament is different from what happened in the ministry.
So it means that Parliament did not see the final contract.
This is the hands that
see.
There are subsequent ones you should look for.
See, at the time he was talking, I just got something where he was talking on a certain radio station and says that if the company Fly, as in Zipline, makes less than 15 deliveries, there will be no payment. If it is from 15 to 50 deliveries, they are paid $11,000 a month. If they deliver 150 deliveries per day, they get $88,000 per month.
Well, the final signed contract is fixed.
You get it? Meanwhile, during the same time, the same guy had gone to Parliament to say this. Now, what is even worse is this, that we had the NDC MP for Ashama
his name is Ernest Henry Nogbe. He took this matter to court at the time, saying that contracts had been signed, $12.5 million contract had been signed. He should come and tell us whether he also pursued the case beyond the filing. Sometimes some of this, what happens is you could see them quickly throw this thing into the air, and it's actually an invitation to treat. Please, I'm available. Let's talk.
Larry Dogby.
Yes, sir. let's talk.
Editor.
And so the thing is foul. And before the journalists or the public, everything is, is going on. But in reality, nothing is going on. We cannot, people who claim they are committed to, the resources, saving the resources
protecting
of business,
protecting
the public purse, like Akufo-Addo.
Sloganeering.
Yeah, by the time we notice, the purse is missing with the content and everything.
So review or terminate?
Oh, for me, I'm for termination.
Thank you.
But we don't even have together. I'm told that the thing is even expired.
The contract is expired?
Yes, expired. So there shouldn't be anything like that.
There's a light wave that is expired.
No, I'm told that even
Zipline.
Yes.
No, Zipline, it's interesting. I think to the best of my knowledge, the contract is not expired. But even before, it was for 4 years.
Okay.
And before the 4 years will end, they were given an extension. So it didn't even expire. It was so juicy that before it will end, they'll give an extension.
Yeah, but the specific performance.
Gentlemen.
No, he said something. Let me quickly
Are we closing?
Yes, our time is up.
Let me say this. See,
our time is up, unfortunately.
Oh, no. Hey. We have to talk about education.
For 1 minute.
Unfortunately, our time is up.
For 1 minute. See, he talked about he doesn't know what is happening. I mean, more like something has to happen, and as far as some of these things are concerned. See, there's concern that Mohammed's ministers are shielding the ex-ministers.
They are not.
Oh no, I'm telling you.
Okay.
There's concern that they are
shielding them.
Exactly, and that ministries where there were huge procurement, monies when things never came.
Larry,
that people are being shielded.
Larry, the challenge is that I think the quantum of mismanagement is so huge.
No, you don't trace everything.
So
just trace that.
So that
one. And the others
we have to go. We have to go. Prof, thank you. Doc, thank you. Larry, thank you. This has been the news review segment here on Breakfast Daily. Stay with us. The show continues after this.
Education.
Attention all State Housing Company Limited homeowners, landowners and clients. From November 3rd to December 31st, 2025, the State Housing Company Limited is giving you a 15% discount on all outstanding payments.
Oh yes, pay less on your ground rent, land regularization, lease renewals, consents to develop or assign and service charges, and secure your ownership today.
Visit any SHC office nationwide to make your payment in full to benefit from the 15% discount.
You can locate the State Housing Company Limited at Ring Road West, adjacent STC Yard and Accra Digital Center.
For more information, visit our website www.statehousing.gov.ga or call 0302-221-422 or 0552-725-656 or 0503-083-393. Remember, this offer ends December 31st, 2025. Don't wait, pay less today.
Uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
The second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again? Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late, of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, he go give me the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From Latepia, cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go give me luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be that luckiest.
boom. If you put it toye, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Ha! Even now, your shadow the way designer.
I use my own mouth to reject him. Oh, this is my mouth. Look at that.
Kwame, my son. Now, tell me the truth. How did this all happen?
Oh, mommy, simple direction. Mr. Good Luck no me way.
Yeah,
man.
Easy car. Or dial star 712 hash.
The devil is a liar.
He picked his ticket and entered his lucky 5-digit number.
I'm his birthday.
Oh, how romantic.
And he followed the prompt. Yes. And then boom, confirmation test.
One quick, pick 5 numbers for me, okay? I'm feeling like 7.
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the
You see how they love you now?
Yo, baby, our family payment seminar. Before December, may release a motivational album. Patapa, my super.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
In December 2023, the biggest play in the history of African theatre made its debut.
The God of Iron, I stand on oath.
You saw it.
We sent you all the way to Ileife to bring us greetings from Ifa.
By popular demand and in honor of Maoli Semevo, Image Bureau, in partnership with April Communications and the National Theatre, presents The Gods Are Not to Blame this December 17th, 7 p.m., 18th, 7 p.m., and 19th, 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. at the National Theatre. Visit www.imagebureaugh.com or dial star 714*46 hash for your tickets. Single 250 cedis, double 400 cedis. Supported by New Plant Car Rentals, Ghana Tourism Authority, Balakwa. Sponsors Stambic Bank, our media partners, and proudly brought to you by
MTN.
Christmas, my favorite time of the year.
This festive season, Volta Serene Hotel invites you to experience the magic of Christmas and New Year like never before. From 20th of December to the 1st of January, step into a world of joy, music, laughter, and celebration. We begin on the 20th with a soulful carols night, filling the air with warmth and melody. Then, on 23rd and 24th of December, arrive in style as we welcome you with fresh coconut and local treats. Christmas Day brings pure delight, exciting moments for kids, relaxing escape for adults, and an elegant all-white dinner under the stars, crowned with a spectacular fireworks display. On Boxing Day, embrace culture and rhythm, from picnics and traditional dance to an unforgettable high life and old school night. As the week unfolds, enjoy movie night, live music, karaoke, and endless fun, until we welcome 2026 with a breathtaking fireworks show on New Year's Eve. Special Christmas packages starting from 4,050 for individuals, 5,250 for couples, and 8,900 Ghana cedis for a family of 4 for 2 nights. Call or WhatsApp 0541 539 867 or 0362 025 243 to book your experience today. Volta Serene Hotel. Feel the serene touch.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Trotro from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. You go be the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Me and you go be luckiest. No matter what you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your goddamn boom! If you toye, so would the coming of the Son of Man be.
Hey! Is that his car?
Ha! Even now, your shadow the way designer.
I use my own mouth to reject him. Oh, this is my mouth. Look at that.
Kwame, my son. Now, tell me the truth. How did this all happen?
Oh, mommy, simple deletion. Mr. Good Luck no check me well.
Yeah,
man.
Oh, easy kwa. Or dial *712#.
The devil is a liar.
He picked his ticket and entered his lucky 5-digit number.
I'm his birthday.
Oh, how romantic.
And he followed the prompt, yes. And then boom, confirmation test.
I'm quick. Pick 5 numbers for me, okay? I'm feeling like 7.
Dial *712#. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the
You see how they love you now?
Yo, baby, our family Panelists. Before December, may release a motivational album. Patapa, my super.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Everyone, you are welcome to Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 TV. And of course, you already know Nana Tufo Watson started the show at 7 o'clock. And now we are going to be taking you from now till 11. And it promises to be very exciting, educative, informative, and entertaining at the same time. My name is Chris Carter.
I am Philip Nilati, and of course, like Chris has indicated, you would want to stay with us here from now to 11 a.m. where we say bye-bye to you. But we're still thanking you for being part of the Agri-Fair November edition. I'm sure by now the stews are breathing in your fridges, and also the meats are breathing in your fridges and all that. And people who participate in the exercise are also excited and are smiling at the right side of their mouth and all that. So we want to thank you for participating, the patrons, the vendors, the exhibitors, the sponsors, and every individual that made it a point to be part of this event. And like we witnessed people selling out, like Chopo Farms selling out. We saw Nana Rice selling out, FVV, the plantain you can see on your screens.
The Obake,
Ahaye, and all that.
Yes. They sold out too.
Yes, in a way, we also try to put some smiles on your faces as our viewers, and you have been with us for a very long time. So we just want to say a very big thank you to all of you, and we just say that next year, if we are organizing again, like Frema indicated, this event has come to stay.
Right.
So if we are organizing another one, you would want to pass through and participate in the exercise. To our sponsors, Ghana Exim Bank, IDH, Horticulture Business Platform, DBG, Gesao, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, Trillium, and Agri Impact. We want to say thank you to all of you.
Right. And now let's remind you that the Channel 1 News app is still on the Google Play Store. So for those who want to stay updated with all the informations and news items that we have for you, go and download it at the Google Play Store, and basically for all Android users, and it can be on your app and also on your tablet. So you do not need to look for a TV. As long as you have it on your app and your tablet, there you go. And it's also very convenient because you can carry it along with you anywhere you go, anywhere in the world that you are in. As long as you are logged on to the internet, you can stay updated. All right.
I'm sure you're preparing yourself for the all-white party.
Oh, yes.
Situation, please. We are done with Agri-Fair. The next vibe is the Situation all-white party happening at a good park, and make sure that you are part of it. It's on your screen. You can call 0205-973-973 to register and make payment. Yes, register and make payment. Book your slot. In a way, buy your seats now. The number of seats you want to buy will be displayed and all that. The amount and all that. When you call the number, definitely you are going to get the details. It's on the 24th of December
2025, taking you into the Christmas season proper. And at dawn, we are going to have the artists coming through, and Perez Music will be crossing us over from 24th to 25th. Interesting. Akwabwa will be there, Kofi Kinata will be there, and we'll be having the Inchinchim band as well. DJ Mengel will be on the turntable doing it like nobody's business, giving you the good vibes and all that. You dance till mama calls. So in a way to wind down and also kill the stress and end it in the year 2025 before you move into the year 2026, a part of the situational-wide party. Now, please do the call-in, 0205-973-973.
All right. All right, so let's just get straight into it. Let's go straight to our trends. What's everybody talking about?
A lot of people are talking about the results. Why people are talking about the results? People have gone to write exams, and you know, people are also actually teasing them as well. I saw videos. Yeah, I saw videos on social media. You know, there were some videos when the exams they finished the exams of some girls stating on social media that, oh, we are done with the exams, we are coming to do A, B, C, and D in the society and all that, and now the results are in. And like, oh, after writing the exams, instead of you toning down, you didn't. And now we are seeing a lot of F9, E8 and all that flying around. But it saddens my heart because, see, if you've written an exams and you're expecting that you would pass and move to the next level, just for you to see your results, and you see Fefefe, you know Fefefe? So Fefefe is F-E-F-E-F-E-F-E.
Oh.
Fefefe or Dede.
All spelled out.
You know
Dede.
Dede. D-E-D. Or no, maybe if you get Sisi, Sisi is also cool. No, Sisi is not cool. C-E-C-E-C-E.
Yeah.
But you should get like A-B, maybe B-E, B-B. B is even not good because you're getting E somewhere, you understand? Yeah. But there's a bigger problem. There's a bigger problem because if 1 out of every 4 failed social studies and the person is getting F9, there's a bigger problem. There's a bigger problem.
So basically, the fail rate increased from last year, and 50.4% failed core math, and over 44% failed social studies. And the numbers of students who failed the WASI are upwards of 400,000.
It's just, see, the WAEC has revealed major weakness behind the sharp dip in the 2025 WASI results. Yesterday, I think on Point of View, they made mention of these things. Also, EdWatch has said that some sort of politicization is in the system. That is what is affecting the entire results. Which in a way, I think I'll side with him.
I think it's true.
I'll side with him. We are playing with the lives of our children.
I think it's true because it seems like the education sector is, you know, being played with. It's been toiled with because of political gains. And that should not affect education.
Exactly.
Keep your politics aside. But if, you know, it's so funny. If this party comes, they change this. If this party comes, they change that. If this party comes, they keep changing everything, forgetting that they are playing with the lives of people.
No, you just mess up the whole thing. 2025. Also from GES says the 2025 WASI results worrying. Urgent national discourse needed. That one day we really need it. We need to discuss it because we wouldn't want to have the next batch coming up and we are going to have the failing rates worsen and all that. But we have some
but you know the funny thing, before we get into the comments, it's so funny that it had to take the failure or mass failure to realize that, oh, we need to talk about education. We know that there's a problem. I'm not even writing the exams, but we can see that there has been a problem a long time ago.
There's a big problem.
It didn't need to take a mass failure. It should have just taken being proactive to care about the educational system in Ghana.
It's just sad. And also GES, Ghana Education Service, says that the 2025 results reflect true student performance. If this is what the performance of the students are, then it's another big problem, like what Chris is saying. Because I was asking myself, is it that the questions that were given to these students or the candidates were beyond them, or they didn't prepare well, or something went on wrong? Because in previous times, we saw that, oh, they are doing well, coming out with flying colors and all that. But why not this time around? But let's bring you some comments from the public. What people are saying about the WASI results that have come in and how people are really, really talking about it. Ideal College headmaster
Cocoa season.
Is coming from Tibayo. Of course, they're going to write an deck.
Yeah.
November, December exams. They're going to write an deck. The marking scheme, them take mark one, sure say 80% was AI-generated answers. Because rightly, some of Wana teachers make lazy. Wow. Well, the AI thing, that is like ChatGPT or Gemini, whatever you are using, is a tool. If you know how to use the AI well, it works in your favor. But it's not like I'm just going to copy and paste or something. But maybe I'm sure some investigations will be conducted into it and see what really may have resulted it. Let's move to the next one. Releasing the WASSCE results on a Saturday evening was very wise. Gives the students a good reason to go to church tomorrow and repent over these bad grades. This is coming from a call. How do you feel social studies? Yes. That's a big question people are asking, because for social studies too, they feel, hey, I mean, when I was in school, it was RME and social studies. At least I should get my grades from that place. I think the Minister of Education should get these numbers and start doing things right in our education system. Well, let's see how things are going to turn out to be in the coming days. If this is the results we are seeing with our WASSCE, and that we are having issues with people writing exams, and at the end of the day, we are going to look at their results. They will have to either close their eyes or run and just close one side of their one of their eye and be watching what the results is, or they are not sure of themselves.
Yeah.
I think a conversation should be had.
A conversation needs to be had, and while they have this conversation, this is not the time for anybody to say, oh, because this government is here, this government is this and that, and this is why people feel. It has nothing to do with government. It just has, this is just the true state of the educational system in Ghana. This has nothing to do with the government. And once more, it didn't need to take a mass failure to have this conversation. The conversation should have been had a long time ago, because there were so many things that were done that were not rightly thought of. I don't want to talk about it, but they were not rightly thought of. No country was doing whatever they were doing, honestly.
Yeah.
You were just playing with children's lives. You were just playing with their, I mean, come on, just come on. Social studies. Charlie. If it's maths, I understand though, because I fall in that category of the maths. But social studies is a subject that everybody's supposed to love.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
it's supposed to be exciting.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. So for social studies, it's just our day-to-day activities.
You
just
understand?
around us. You need to know how you are going about it and all that. But anyway, that's where we find ourselves today. And I'm sure later in the week, we'll be having further conversations around this, how best we can get the WASSCE results better in the coming days. But there are petitions that have been filed.
Yeah, so Mahama receives petitions to remove the SP and the EC chairperson. So the Office of the President has received 10 separate petitions calling for the removal of Special Prosecutor Kisi Ajabeng and chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Jane Mensah, and her 2 deputies. The petition, according to City News sources, were submitted by private citizens alleging various forms of misconduct. The Special Prosecutor Kisi Ajabeng in this petition is accused of incompetence and abuse of office, and the petitions are currently petitions are currently before the Chief Justice, Justice Paul Bafo-Boni.
Well, there was a demonstration recently held by a pastor, and I think the group, I don't know the group's name, but the demonstration was tagged Agro-Uniform, all in the bid to get the Special Prosecutor removed from office. But we'll be following keenly what the update will be on this particular petitions that have been given to or served the presidency. There are comments on these. Let's bring you some of the comments quickly, what the public is saying about this. That OSP is a good one. That brother ridiculed that office. I'm talking about the SP. Okay. Today, someone is wanted, and tomorrow he is not.
And this is such a kind comment. He started with that brother.
So the next one that we should have is work done. Work done, start sharp. Resetting. Okay. The president should act fast on these two, especially the EC boss. Wow. Jane and cohorts actually got paid by this government for 11 months. Okay, I wouldn't want to say the next one. Won't they resign? Kisi Ajabin has been playing with the intelligence of Ghanaians since his appointment. Kisi Ajabin's phone records should be subjected to investigation, meaning the records on his phone should be subjected to investigations as well. Well, you say. Special prosecutor office must be closed. I don't see the need. Well, you say. Yeah, these are the comments coming from the general public reaction to the petition that has been sent to the presidency concerning the removal of the EC boss, 2 deputies, and also the special prosecutor. This actually is coming on the back of what the public is saying concerning the supposed removal of the Chief Justice, ex-Chief Justice, Gertrude Tukono. But anyway, these are the 2 stories we have for you in the trends, though there are other ones. Zipline is trending. Yesterday, the health minister held a press conference and made mention of the fact that Zipline is not transporting the emergency staff, but rather they are transporting condoms and all that. There was an extended version on it on the paper review when Nana Tufo and the guests were around. Also, Boko is also trending because the Asante Hene has indicated that, Sally, we are brothers. The factions, let's cease all fire. The fight is too much in that part of town. And if with that action is not taken, certainly things are going to get out of hand. Boko is like border town. And anytime you speak to the member of parliament for the area, Mahama Ayarega, who is the majority leader, he indicates that if Boko, the conflict ends, it's going to become a very busy community or a town where business will be thriving. Because Siaflau, Elubu, you understand? So if you do not have that safe environment to operate, nurses will be running, teachers will be running, doctors will be running, journalists will even be running. Everybody will be running and be fleeing the country. There were reports in the past that the place became like a ghost town where a lot of people had to leave the area. So Otumfuo is trying to do what he can to ensure that at least the place becomes peaceful. But anyway, these are the things we have for you.
But the condoms, where are they taken into? Because there's been reports that this year...
Oh, Zipline?
Yeah, there's been reports that this year the use of condom was
reduced.
Actually reduced. The number of the use of condom. So who is using the condom?
Well, maybe Zipline will have to tell us later on the show. Chris has a question for you. But let's bring you the video of the day.
I hold him up. I hold him up.
And that's like a banner, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And it's been done in the shape of like a truck.
Yeah.
Oh, just to scare the gentleman. That's not fair. He just wants to sleep in peace. And he wants to get some power nap. And you guys are just trying to frustrate his life.
You don't have a power nap in the middle of the road.
Do you know where I can take my power?
No.
Why should I have my power nap anywhere at all?
An actual truck can hit you.
Anyway, just to put smiles on your faces, and definitely we'll bring you more on the show. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we will visit our communities.
Woni pa bone papa. Enti wo fie na ceiling aye fefe wa ha. Na me dem de. Me di dua na atwa ko me de. Wenye ceiling o. Wenye POP ankasa. E bone se wo pe plasterboard installation, POP cement, POP fiber. And afa se bone se yenye ceiling papa ma eye POP ceiling dia. Ene na eye Anas Boy Enterprise. POP o yemawa. Wo dem jo fan air conditioning wa. Wo da wada. Na de em se nyame ye tie me mpa bo akonkyere ye chi. Mesrew na anya bia me ni sika e bo ano na me pesa mesre na obetime hu ya mobo no ama ye bi. Owo payment plan. And one is wo di 70% akoma no 30% owie ya wo tuaka. Wo be hu Anas Boy Enterprise. E wo Tantra Hill opposite ICGC Church. Amasaman before police station traffic light na se kwa. E na fe pokuase awosi Kwantempo no Canada Junction. Friend wo 0246 113 461. Anas Boy Enterprise. Obema wu fie abright.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension, just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late, of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. You go give me the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From not the pure cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go give me luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go give me that luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you're poor, what's that toy? So would the coming of the son of man be. Is that his car?
Ha! Even now, your shadow the way designer.
I use my own mouth to reject him. Oh, this is my mouth. Look at that.
Kwame, my son. Now, tell me the truth. How did this all happen?
Oh, mommy, simple direction. Mr. Good Luck no check me way.
Yeah,
man.
Easy car. Or dial star 712 hash.
The devil is a liar.
He picked his ticket and entered his lucky 5-digit number.
I'm his birthday.
Oh, how romantic.
And he followed the prompts. Yes. And then boom. Confirmation test.
One quick, pick 5 numbers for me, okay? I'm feeling like service.
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the
You see how they love you now?
Yo, baby, our family Panelists. Before December, may release a motivational album. Patapa, my super.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
We are grateful that you stay with us here on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. Let's bring you interesting comments that are coming as a result of the conversation we had shortly on the WAEC issue, WASI result. And I said the WASI result simply reflects that the products we actually got from JSS and, for that matter, the free education we all wanted. Well, this one says that the bad results are due to the way the free senior high school policy was implemented. Well, I really don't know about that. My children went to Achimota School and the class sizes were more than 65. The teachers could not mark their exercises on time. This is Kweku from La Paz. You have a very last one there?
Yeah, my worry is with the social studies. That subject is just down to intuition. Exactly. You can write something sensible for social studies, even if you did not read the material. Just apply common sense. For students to score F9, it's very serious. And how can we deal with aggregate 38 and 42 in our senior high schools?
It's free. You know?
Very free.
There is this one coming from Mohammed Aminu Alabira. He's watching. He says that, good morning, boss. Please, with this issue of the Wasi results, please let us be truthful to ourselves. They say we shouldn't politicize the issue, but should be told education and that. Oh, well, Mohammed, I really want to go into this. Well, I really want to go to details. Maybe this is just for me to consume, so I'll consume it myself. But going into details and the politicization and all that, I think we'll just have to leave it here. But the bigger issue has to do with we having a discussion on it going forward and seeing what we can do for ourselves and better our education system. Because see, as we go about saying that, oh, they failed.
It's not a good look.
It's not a good look at all.
It's not a good look. It's not a laughing matter.
Yes.
It's not a joking matter. Because it can be your child next.
Yes.
It can be your sister. It can be your family. Like, it's not a good look. It's your country, for crying out loud. You can't go out there and then compete and say, oh, our country we used to. No, it's embarrassing.
There's an audio, a video trending, and I think it was played on CBS this morning. A Hantaman school or something, I think so. The headmistress of the school said she got someone got admission into her school, and the person got 14, aggregate 14, but that person who came to her school cannot even spell I can't spell my name.
That's a problem.
It's a problem. So I've gained admission to the senior high school, but I can't spell my name.
That's a problem.
And it moves from that stage to a bigger picture where I can now go through the system easily. Then I cannot function based on the qualification I have.
Philip, we've seen it. Let's not pretend that we've not seen it. Like, we were discussing this in Makeup this morning. There are some people that come out and then they tell you that they actually passed through schools and then they can't even make simple sentences. They can't even...
So we have a bigger problem. We say there's a bigger problem.
Then you ask yourself, how did you do it?
And I think I heard Bernard also talking about a particular individual, lady, getting, I think, all A's or something later. She won an award, got herself to the tertiary institution. She has to do one of the courses in the sciences and all that. After some time, she had to drop out because she couldn't see top and she had to run away. So I think that if there are some bottlenecks or there are certain things that are being done, maybe it has to be relooked at. Assistance from teachers when the exams is ongoing, maybe trying to bypass and buy a pour for the children and all that. Just ensure that at least what you are teaching the child will be to grasp whatever you are teaching him or her,
Philip,
so the person can use it in her life.
And I also believe that they should try. Maybe this has to come from WAEC or the GES or whoever is in charge of everything. You understand? That maybe the system should be changed. The way exams are written should be changed. The way people are taught should be changed. Every day is shade A, B, C, D, this, that. Why not my common sense? Why not how I understand it? Do you understand? Maybe if you do it like that, the children will be able to express themselves and you will really know who is, who is at what level. Do you get? Because I think the whole A, B, C, D, shading, like, is so...
Anyway, our exam system has become like chew, pass, poor.
Exactly.
Chew, poor, pass, forget.
And that's it.
Anyway.
And that's it.
We've not had conversations on this in a very long time, which has to do with Galamsey, illegal mining. It looks like now we are not talking about it for a very long time. There was a report that was filed by our Western Regional Correspondent, our Bureau Chief in the Western Region, Advocacy on Jama, where the chief there really stood his grounds and ensured that no bribery issue will happen in my community.
That was last year.
Yeah, for people to come and do Galamsey there. I think that particular stand has really yielded fruit. And Advocacy has filed a report again from that same community telling the story of illegal mining in the community. Let's bring you that report after we have conversations on that.
This is Jama community, a community here in the Awin municipality of the Western North region. And last year, exactly around this time, I was here to find out about how the community was making strides about their resistance against the entry of illegal mining operators. 1 year down the line, I've come back to actually explore how successful the community has been.
Our forest is still untouched. So just 20, 30 meters from here, we have our forest surrounding us. These are achievements. All our people here, now they have seen this Anti-Galamsey as a legacy, because looking around our neighboring towns, they come here to buy food. Some of them have to travel to Gemaland to fetch water, especially nearby Ngakai and then the Boinso. Our people going to their farm, they have no problem to fetch water from the streams. Other communities, they can't fetch water from their streams to water. Besides, also they have river food. They have the lobsters, they have the crabs, they have the fish. As we know, in many places in Ghana, you can't eat foodstuffs or the protein food from our rivers. So these are the benefits that we have.
To take stock, showcase results, and reaffirm their resolve to prevent the incursion of illegal miners, the chiefs and people of Jema marked the second Jema Environmental Stewardship Day, which also coincided with the first anniversary of the Jaga Watchdogs. On display were a variety of rare food crops, cash crops, and fish species found only within the Jema enclave, evidence, they say, of what a protected environment can yield.
And we see the benefit of Galamsey is practical. Our people have organic foodstuffs, as we can see. Our people have pure water. Jema has about 50 streams, all in pristine state. Today we are demonstrating about 20 samples of our rivers, and we have sent 5 samples for scientific research. So we have the report from the CSIR, and in fact some of the standard we have is even lower than the UN threshold. So these are the achievements.
For the importance of this Environmental Stewardship Day being celebrated here in Jema, to re-emphasize their determination to fight illegal mining or its entry into this community, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Makofibua, has actually sent a representative to this Environmental Stewardship Day, and he also has a message for the people to actually encourage them in this fight.
When you look at the fight against illegal mining, government is the principal actor in dealing with the menace. But consistently, we have also said that we need the support of the communities where the illegal mining happens in the very first place. And so to see a community like this mount their own watchdogs and develop their own mechanisms to stem the tide is truly commendable. The sector minister, Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibua, is very excited about this development, and it's our expectation that this will be replicated in other communities. You know, when the local folks themselves get involved, when they fold their sleeves and get involved, the results become better. So we are hoping that this will cut across board. The National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat is available to halt all of those operations. In fact, here in this particular community, as a spokesperson for 9 months, I've had numerous reports about how there have been some incursions in that particular respect. 9 months deployments have subsequently been done in that particular respect. And so we have them at heart, and then we are at every given point, we are willing and ready to support them once the calls come.
The Western North Regional Minister, Wilbert Petitbrentum, who also in attendance, said Jema's firm stand against Galamsey has brought honor to the region and positioned the area for a hub for organic agricultural produce.
Jema is now a model when it comes to not just fighting Galamsey, but putting measures from first principle. That is starting from source to ensure that Galamsey doesn't happen in the first place, so that you now have to start devising means of trying to fight it, which we all know is a very difficult task. So I want to actually commend all the people of Jema, especially those who spearheaded this program. Jema is now an investment destination. And as I speak now, I think people have already started looking for where Jema is located on the map, so that they can come here to actually source organic, food items.
It is said that to whom more is given, more is also expected from. And this adage is what the people of Jema are standing on to say that they have shown the willingness to fight against Galamsey in the protection of these cocoa beans that is so much needed for the country's forward march. But they want the government to also do its part.
The best I say obepa adwuma different bi
ade abrɛ yɛsan sɛ yɛsi yɛmpɛ Galamsey ukoba bia Galamsey ana nkɔfo yɛ de yɛde kyikyere ɔmo kakra ti sɛ yɛgye atumi sɛ yɛnyɛ Galamsey di a ɛne yɛbɛsra aban sɛ yɛmnante wa no ɛne yɛ nketiesia ne yɛ a yɛ okuro no mu yɛsra ne sɛ ɔbɛpɛ adwuma different ɛde atachi koko na yɛyɛ no ha no tikakra so meka akyerɛ aban no.
So my final message to government is just to give us their support. To give us their support, especially the good work that we have done. And I'm also asking the government to come, and then I'm ready to share the template with them. I know the government is doing so well, but sometimes it doesn't work only on paper. We need to put the things on the ground. So if they come, we are ready. And then I was expecting maybe the minister even to adopt our local watchdog. They have done everything on volunteer. Can they adopt them as part of the Blue Water Guards and then at least give them some stipends for the work they are doing?
To make a bold statement of its commitment to the fight against illegal mining over here in the Awi municipality of the Western North region, this very monumental signage has today been erected to be a continuous reminder that the people over here in Jema are vehemently against the practice of illegal mining. And this is a call that they want the rest of the country to actually take an inspiration from. For Channel 1 TV News, I'm Akwesi Jenim, Jema.
That was a very good initiative there.
This is so impressive.
Yeah, very impressive.
I'm so happy for them.
They have said that whether alive or dead, no Galamsey in the area. But anyway, let's speak to our Western Regional Bureau Chief, Akwesi Jenim, who filed this report and get more details from him. Akwesi, good morning.
Good morning, Philip.
Akwesi, I want to find out from you, how far is Jema from, say, Takrady?
It's close to 90 kilometers because from Elubo to Jema it's more than 50 kilometers, I'm told, and from Takrady to Elubo is another whole chapter. And so in terms of drive hours, you're looking at around 4 hours together. And what even worsens it is a bad road. In fact, you can drive on a very good road from Takrady to Elubo, but between Elubo and Jema is a horrible road, very horrible road. A road that commercial vehicles have actually stopped plying on it because they break down. If you attempt to even go there with a private car, you are likely to get stuck or the car will develop fault. And so on that very stretch, the only vehicles that, means of commuting is motorbikes. And they charge exorbitantly because of the poor state of the road. So it's difficult getting to this very community coming from Accra or Takrady.
Because I'm asking, because of the fresh produce they are getting as a result of the end or no illegal mining activities there. So that means if they produce, they are going to find it a bit difficult to get to the big city where they can easily sell it or give it to people to also sort of have benefits of whatever they are doing in their community. But anyway, that's on the side. Can you share with us details of the river bodies in Jema and how the situation was previously, and now we are telling a different story?
Well, I think for Jema's case, they haven't actually entertained the practice of illegal mining over there before. Through their Jema Anti-Galamsey Advocacy group, who are basically watchdogs who make sure that they protect against the entry of this small-scale mining. Somewhere last year, around September, after several years of reporting on destruction by illegal mining, and it's never ending happening, I set out to look for a community that is actually doing something different, a community that has been able to stand up against this fight. And we all know that when it comes to Galamsey, it is believed that there are very much influential people who make sure that people still do it, despite the various groups. But I wanted to see if there's any community that has done so well in making sure that they ward off the entry of this Galamsey. And I came across this community called Jema in the Awi municipality of the Western North region. And as of last year when I went, no less than 15 of their water bodies were so much protected, and water from any of these water bodies, rivers, looked like, I mean, the water that we've been drinking. They were so good. And so this year, I mean, a year after, I said, no, let me go back and see whether they've been able to give up with a push by these Galamseys to find themselves everywhere. In fact, I got reports that there were some attempts by Galamseyers to encroach in that area. And so when I went, in fact, it is only one community that there was an attempt, but thanks to the German watchdogs, they were able to alert the security forces and they were able to nip them in the bud. And so that could not actually fester. And so when you go within the area, the Awin area, it is basically the only surviving area that has been able to, ward off the activities of illegal small-scale mining. And that has actually translated into the kind of, farming that they are able to do there. Their cocoa trees are very much intact, and they are producing so much when it comes to cocoa production. And the various, crops, food crops that we've been looking for, they have all the various types of food crops in abundance. But, at the end of the day, how to even cut it to the marketing centers is an issue because of poor road. So that is the situation with German. They have a very successful story when it comes to, fighting against illegal small-scale mining.
All right, so I just wanted to ask, what's the age range of the, the water guards, the people protecting these water bodies?
In fact, the culture over there, cut across. It seems almost everybody that you speak to, children of school-going age, women, young guys, youths, the elderly, they are all very much against, and they are all very much alert because of the education led by Father, who is actually basically the spiritual leader of the area. They do constant education, so it seems.
Okay, so
we're losing you there.
The cross-section of the people are all against it. So if you look at old people all being part of the advocacy and then the watchdogs.
Okay, so Akwesi, you just stay on that on the Zoom for us. We will engage you shortly. Let's speak to Joseph Kwame Blay, who is the founding member of the Jema Anti-Galamsey Advocacy Group. Good morning, sir. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Hello,
sir.
good morning. Good morning, Philip.
Good. Thank you so much for joining us this morning for us to have conversations on the good work you are doing in your community and protecting the water bodies there. First of all, I want to find out from you, how did you come How did you come by this great idea to form a group that will protect the water bodies in the area by way of fighting Galamsey?
Thank you so much. I think it's precisely 10 years now. The first time I met a group of, there were about 5 young men who went to dig in the forest in the reserved area, and I got to know of it. So I called them that, my friend, what you are doing is disastrous for the environment. So I confronted them, and in fact, they even reported me to the police. Oh, they have papers, and why should I stop them? And I was called by the DISEC, at that time the District Security Commission, Council. So I met the DISEC and then the district, the DCE at that time, and I said, look, if you say you have brought bans to the community, an illiterate community, you yourself, you and I, if you see A4 paper with 12 font size printed on it, will you stop and read? Don't you think you are doing harm to a community like that? So I challenge him that if he likes, we should go back to the community. He should explain the advantages of Galamsey or small-scale mining, and then I will also explain the disadvantages, if they accept. So that stopped them. They couldn't come. Meanwhile, I'm a Franciscan, and my charism is
more a call to help the poor. It's a group of Catholic priests, and our founder was more having passion for the poor and also environment. That God's creation God has purpose for every creation, and everything belongs to God. He has given them to us to use them with wisdom and then to hand it over also to posterity. So based on that, I started educating the people. I met Nananom and told Nananom what was about to come. So Nananom, sometimes ignorance, they thought that our children are going to find work and this, so they pour the libation. I said, no, Nananom, if you pour the libation, it means that you are giving them your blessing. So I want you to revoke that libation. And they did. And you know what happened? That time, they have dug about 30 to 40 feet deep into the earth. Yes. And there was a heavy storm, I remember, on the 8th of June 2015. That storm that killed so many people at Circle. So when that rain came, it was miraculous. There was a heavy from nowhere. The soil moved, and then a very big stone went and closed that pit.
Wow.
So yes, so the people themselves got scared. So no, now we shouldn't joke of it. Then that aside, in the 2016, I was transferred to Rome. So they thought that I have gone so they could come back. Then they made the attempt, the youth arrested them. In 2019, that was when they tried to bribe the king, our chief. So the so-called licensed small scale brought about 250,000. They promised him a pickup. And then meanwhile, the chief has been sick with stroke. In fact, this is the 10th year. So at that time, he was suffering from stroke. That was the beginning. So he was more curable. But he said, no, I won't do that. So in 2019, I was informed, and I came down from Rome. So when I came down, I said, look, you say you are small-scale miners. Again, let us have a community debate. So I called, and then the whole community, more than 1,000 people gathered, both stranger farmers and natives. And I said, now you tell me all the good things that you are going to bring. So they said, okay. They started speaking. We are going to, I said, now, tell me all the towns around us that are doing Galamsey, small-scale mining. Which of them is more prosperous than Jema? Our youth, you go there these days in the village, they have self-contained, they're educating their children, a lot of graduates are coming, all from cocoa farming. So then I also started telling them with the act in my hand, Act 703, I said, look, first of all, if you are talking about medium-scale mining, that is industrial, and you need about $10 million to begin. Do you have that money? So I know that you are coming to claim the land and then hand it over to Chinese to come and destroy it. So I throw it over to the people. Do you like it? They all said no. So that day I said, I give you ultimatum. Within 24 hours, I want you to seal all the pits that you have dug for your prosperity. Let's go to the police. So I took them to the police station to make an undertaking to fill all this. I said, even if our rat falls in, that is our property. So we negotiated and so, well, Father, at least give us 3 days. So I gave them the 3 days, and that brought an end to that. Then again, I went back to Rome in that was April 2022. They made another attempt. This time, the Chinese came with some miners from Enchi, the kingpins from Enchi, and then they recruited 8 of our boys. So they went and dug, and again, our youth, strong, they went and arrested them. So they arrested them, handed them over to the police. In fact, that day, the police inspector did very well because the boys would have lynched the Chinese. They did everything. So they deflated the tires. The police had to drive the vehicle, the Chinese vehicle, just on the rims to the police station. So that put a scare in them. So on that time, I was still in Rome. So I wrote a strong letter with my letterheads from Rome that we are watching to see the outcome of that arrest. In fact, the police took it serious. They were remanded for about 2 weeks, and then later on given the bail because of the human rights distance. So then they were reporting. Then eventually I came, as a priest, sometimes I turn around also to mediate for them. So I came down that was June, July 2022. Then I met each one of those who were arrested. I said, now, the whole community, we say this is not good. Why are you doing that? So I convinced them. I said, now, if you like, I can apologize on your behalf to the community. So if you promise that you are not going to do that again, I will apologize and withdraw your case. So again, I met the entire community. The victims pled for pardon, so I mediated for them. Then on that day, I said, now, the first concord was just oral. Now we are going to put it into writing. So that was what came to be as the Jema Galamsey Concord or Anti-Galamsey Concord. So I have it there. I've shared on many platforms. So I prepared a proper legal document, came out with, I think, 17 reasons why we don't want Galamsey or illegal mining on our land. And the chief signed, every stool owner signed. Then, in the farming area, we have like the Ewe family, Ewe community, chief, Dagomba chief, and all these people. So they all signed. And I distributed that letter from the president to the last police inspector in Jema, and then also to the traditional authorities. Besides, we also wrote a letter to the president at that time, Nana Akufo-Addo, saying, Nana, you are putting your life on the line, so we are just supporting you. So please make sure that nobody comes here to do illegal or small-scale mining. And so that really educated our people, and they saw the need of it. And from there ongoing, we said, so far I've been the only one at the front line. Meanwhile, we have our people also, some of the Jema people in the diaspora, those outside Ghana and then outside Jema in the big cities. We had a small union, so we come together online and we meet. Then we say, why don't we register this into a corporate body? So that was when we registered the JAGA, Jema Anti-Galamsey Advocacy. So as I'm speaking, it is well registered under the Registrar General Department. We have also registered it in the Alumni Municipality Social Welfare. So we have our registered number as limited by guarantee. So now we are operating. So with that done, then we say, okay, why don't we also form a watchdog committee? So we formed some of our youth there, especially those in Jema, came out to form the watchdog committee. And I always want to do things legally. I said, no, if we have formed it, let us introduce ourselves to the police, to the security. So I called the divisional commander and then the district commander and said, oh, Father, this is a good thing, because even the president needs them for the 24-hour economy. The police alone cannot do everything. So we send them to Enchi initially where to come because of our route, but he said, well, we cannot come. I said, well, I don't mind. So we transported 16 people to go to Enchi for the fingerprinting. And so that was what was inaugurated on Thursday, on the 27th. So this is the trajectory of the Galamsey activity or anti-Galamsey advocacy in Jema, which now, if you saw the video, the occasion, so it is a whole community. It is now the lifeblood becoming part of their DNA, that both children, adults, male and female, stranger visitors, sometimes when you listen to the stranger visitors, they will tell you. And the interesting thing that I did some interview with the very first 5 people whom I said were bringing the Galamsey and I confronted. They have a testimony. I think I've given that to Akwesi. One was drying his own cocoa and was a father, I was the one bringing Galamsey. I've done Galamsey everywhere. He said, if today you give me 1 billion, this is a million, if you give me 1 billion Ghana cedis just for a day to do Galamsey, I will not do it. I said, what? He said, Father, I will not do it. So I was sorry. Another person said now he is doing the garden eggs and vegetable farming. And say, Father, thank you, would have destroyed our land. So this is the story. Sometimes we need people to come down on earth to our youth, and then to educate them. These Galamsey people, they just come at their vulnerable point. And when they are vulnerable, if the people don't have values more than money, whatever you offer them, they will do that and destroy their land.
All right, Father, that's a very, very interesting story. I want to say congratulations to you for, putting your feet on the ground and also standing on your beliefs. Anyway, I just want to ask, with this setting that you've created, do you think this can be implemented in other regions?
I think so. In fact, that is the invitation in my speech. That is the invitation that I give to the minister. The minister was not there, but the representative did very well. I said, look, that is the essence of studies. If you go to any developed countries, I did my PhD and my dissertation was a phenomenological study of artisanal small-scale gold mining in Ghana. Is it poverty mitigation or poverty aggravation? That is the study. So when we study, and then you have to bring out the results. So the results is what I'm implementing. And if every study comes and we are implementing, that is what brings development. So from what I have done, I have proved to them that the illegal mining does not, or Galamsey in general, does not bring development. If you have time and to do another research, go to the Adansi area, go to the Dentra area, go to the Chufu area, all the places that they have mined, poverty has redoubled. Because the development, the economy that they talk about is just in the short term. And the short term is no more than 3 years. Because the mining the type of mining that they are doing, it is not heavy or deep deposit. They are just doing the surface. And if the scientists will tell us, that is why they destroy the land. Because the one they are washing, they are soil components that are good for the crops. You see, when the white man is farming, he will look for little manganese, little sodium, little potassium. We have them, and then little maybe particles of this gold. They are all good for the tree and the cocoa. So when they are doing, they will wash everything just to gather these little particles, and that is why they have to put in the mercury. So when you have sedimentary rocks full of gold, why not? If the deposit is good, why not? So these are the studies, and they are not telling the truth. So we destroy more than what we gain. Sometimes the first town, Advocacy will tell you, Asimkrum, they came and dug big craters that they created. They couldn't get enough. Sometimes they say they will dig about 1 acre. They won't get more than two blades. If you calculate the cost and whatever they are done, it doesn't be, because there's no scientific research to say. But from my research that I've done, the whole of our area, the whole of our new area, there is only one stretch that can be mined for about 50 years. That is Achemfo and Yankamam. All the other area have my files in my work, everything is there. All the other areas, we don't have gold deposit. They are just gold spittles, particles that are soil components for trees and crops.
Right.
So if we want to roll this over, we can do that with education, telling them the truth, scientific truth, as I've done. So now our Omahini came, his representative came. I told them, even the towns that have already done it, why not? We can say enough is enough. Let's educate the people and see what we can do for the future.
All right, so Father, I also want to ask, it's actually a very bold step that you have taken. And also, do you fear for your life sometimes?
I have never felt that. I have never. You see, I always tell them, if they have to kill me, fine. Somebody must die for others to live. If I'm doing something good, and you can't fault me. Sometimes people are afraid, oh, Father, maybe they have some. I say, check me. If I've done anything evil, bring it out. Yeah. So if your hands are clean, why are you afraid?
Right.
I've never felt that.
Right. And you also talked about registering GEMA Anti-Galamsey Advocacy Group. Now that you've registered it, let's put Galamsey on the side and focus on the environment. Would you also be looking at other issues that concern the environment if it comes up?
Exactly. In fact, one thing that we are going to do, now that we say, at least now we know Galamsey in GEMA is just too late. Nobody can come. It will be very blood, because the community will rise against that person. So the next thing that is also on my heart is just plastic waste. The plastic devastation is even worse than Galamsey. So Jaga is going to look into it. Now everything I try to go with the elders. When I go down maybe next year, we are going to meet the elders as Jaga executives and then come out again with another regulation. Come out the community bylaw. If you drop plastic on the spot, this is the spot fine. So normally we do that, convince the elders, then meet the community, educate them, tell them the advantages of this. And then when they buy into it, they themselves are going to spot out those who are going to do that. The second thing that we are going to do, even though we have the forest, now you see, when we are growing, because of the snakes, people are afraid of grass. So we have to tell them the type of grasses to plant. We are also, even this program, we're going to have tree planting. So we have discussed some of, GEMA is a very nice laid out town. Every house has 4 streets along them. So we are going to plant a lot of trees also for the environment. And if I should talk also now, the youth have gone into cocoa farming. How about those who don't have the land or the strength? We have started what we call the Jaga farms. In fact, we didn't have enough time. I wanted to take Advocacy and the journalists there. But the Jaga farms are amazed. This is the 2nd month already, which in 2 weeks' time, they are going to produce. So from there, we are paying them 6 people, just from our own mega resources. We are paying them at least 600 for a month, six people. So that is what I was calling on the government to help us. This is Feed Ghana project, and the land is there. So these are other things, that measures that we are putting in place to make sure that what we are doing is not only one side, but always talk about integral development.
Wow. Father, this is a good job that you are doing in Jema. I want to ask, are you a native of Jema?
Yes, I am.
Wow. So you've gone back
I was born there. My navel is there. I don't live there much because of my work, but almost every year, it was only when I was in Tele, sometimes a year I will not come, but over here, every year I'll go there 2 or 3 times for the big funerals and then to visit the family.
Wow, that's amazing. But I've seen some fresh crops produce from Jema, and you guys are doing very well. Are there some pressing issues you'd want the government to address in order to maybe help in development in Jema, and also how best you can get the farmers to sell off these produce and make money, so that they wouldn't, like we are all fighting against the illegal mining menace, they wouldn't be lured one way or the other in the future?
Yeah, exactly. I think the most pressing need is the road. In fact, even in my dissertation, I came and said, when the government is saying that you don't have work to do, that is not a story. But especially like farmers, you work so hard, and then there's a glut. And especially in our case, you see they call it a boboya, the tricycle. Sometimes I think Advocacy made one of the pictures. It turned over. Yeah, wow. I think one I saw in the video. So imagine tomatoes that you are carrying. If it turns over, you lose everything. Sometimes they get, so all that we need is just the road. And I can understand, even if we don't have enough money, why should we let the road become so deplorable? Can't we fix at least the big holes and then make it just motorable? So if the road is done, anyway, now they have awarded it. I've seen that the Chinese contractor, Shangshan, has come back. So if the road is done, our people will be far better. In fact, I always tell them, they are far better than, excuse me to say, some of the suburbs in Accra. Go to a place like Sukula, pick one house. How many people are sleeping in one room? And over there, every child of about 18, 17 has their own room. They have fresh air. They have fresh food. And then now Accra and the cities, they are afraid even to eat the local vegetables. People are calling me. Yes. So now we can, all the food that we brought was straight from the farm. And if you like, just taste the Jema plantain and the other plantains that you buy in Accra. Because in Accra, these days, Ghanaians, they are using fertilizer. And we don't even go by measure. So when you eat those plantains, if you're a plantain eater, you see that it's not sticky like the one that you come from Jema, which is very, very natural. Take our yam, our cocoa, and all those things. They are different, because everything is organic. So these are food that we can bring. Maybe I've told some of them, those that are planting the garden next to it, form about 8 or 5 to 10 people as a cooperative. Gather your crops, and then one person brings it to Elubo, send it to Accra. Then those who want to buy organic food, then you come to collect at a collecting point. Ghana, if we even sell it to the market, everybody will say, Jema, it is from Jema. Meanwhile, it's not true. So we want people who want to eat these crops from Jema, a kind of fair trade, so that you can pick them at a collection point in Accra and in Takoradi. Then you are very sure that this is coming from Jema without any adulteration.
Wow.
That's interesting. But I think Father and his people should be preparing. Maybe 2026 Agri Fair, you would want to bring your produce to Accra, so that at least Ghanaian the pulling in Accra also enjoy. Chris, any more thing?
No. I just want to say congratulations, Father. You've done a great job, and more grease to your elbows. And I'm going to go spiritual, and may God protect you, protect you for what you're doing, and then give you more life and more wisdom to keep pushing and protecting the people.
And Father, before you take leave of us, any final words you'd want to share with the people of Ghana, and also as we push to fight illegal mining, any maybe nuggets you'd want to be sharing with us as to how we should go about it to ensure that the fight is won?
Yeah, thank you so much. So maybe my final word, especially to our leaders, is that human life, there is no amount of wealth or gold that is equal or that equates human life. Because what is the essence of our wealth? We make wealth for the well-being of people. So if in the process of creating wealth, we are destroying the very people that the wealth should save, then where do we go? Become square one. So we need to be very, very circumspective. We are not against responsible mining, but the responsible mining should not just also be, let's say, just a facade. just a facade. Let's go very scientific. Make sure that what we have done, what we have put on paper is there. And then what is left, as I said, it's not every particle of gold that is mineable. It's not. Every soil is not mineable. So let us do that scientifically. And then Ghana will be prosperous, because like most of the places that they have mined, they cannot farm again. They cannot mine again. One of the towns of Mampe, one of the first areas, they mined, they refilled, planted about 1,500 coconuts. We have done a documentary. One day we'll bring it to you. When you go there, you can't find more than 10 living coconuts. Because the land is saturated with chemical, with the mercury. You see, sometimes we are not telling the people the truth. We are not telling the truth. The truth is that when you loosen the soil, the mercury, according to the studies I've done, somebody can challenge that mercury can stay in the soil for about 100 years. For about 100 years. And then when you loosen the soil, sometimes we are saying we are going to refill and plant rubber trees. My friend, that is not true. When you are traveling along Bonsa, from Apimanim going to Takwa, in those days when we have the rubber plantation, even that soil that is natural, rubber easily falls. So when the storm comes, it just blows. And then this time the soil is loosened. So if you plant coconut with a heavy storm, it's going to pull them down. If you plant rubber tree with a heavy storm, it's going to pull them. Let somebody come with a scientific proof to prove me wrong. That is how development comes. I'll put something there. If somebody can prove me wrong, let him come and prove me wrong. So when the soil is loosened, any heavy tree, the roots cannot hold. So a heavy storm will come and all these things will go. So let's tell the true story, scientific story. Ghana is for us. Ghana is for those who are about to come. So that is my final word to everybody, that if we are able to educate and tell the truth, maybe when the people know the danger of it, they get scared. When I showed Poison for Gold 2 days before our program, I showed the Poison for Gold 2 times, and I show other documentaries. Now the people themselves are scared. As we didn't know this. So let's tell them the truth, and then things will be fine.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Father, before I let you go, is there a way we can actually read your research? Is there any website that it's available on?
Oh, yes, please. It is published by ProQuest.
ProQuest. Okay.
Yes, it's published by ProQuest. Also, if you go to Google Scholar, I think I'm also on Google Scholar.
All right.
But if any institution has the ProQuest, subscription, you can get it, or they will sell it to you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Father, thank you so much. Father Joseph Kwame Blaze, the founding member of JAMA Anti-Galamsey Advocacy. But briefly before you come in, Akwesi is still on. Akwesi, once again, thanks so much for staying with us. Father has done a good job. Maybe your word to Father there, you can take leave of us.
Well, I mean, Father is somebody that, he's contributing so much to this Galamsey fight. And I think he should be supported. And one of the ways that I think Father wants us to support him is for government to actually, especially the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, to adopt the JAMA Advocacy group watchdog under the Blue Water Guard. I think it's something that he forgot to say. They are basically also doing what the Blue Water Guards are doing. And the Blue Water Guards are being paid some stipends. And he's pushing for the ministry to consider adopting or integrating these watchdogs into the Blue Water Guard so that they can also get some kind of payment just to sustain the activities. Because, currently they are funding their operations. They give them some sort of the month. And if the state can actually look at adopting them into the Blue Water Guard to help with their finances, I think that is one way that we can help to sustain the fight in JAMA. And then, let's see if we can also get other communities to emulate what is happening in JAMA.
Right.
Wow. Akwesi, thank you so much for your time. Akwesi JNM is our Western Regional Bureau Chief, and he went to that community, JAMA, to see a community that is not participating in illegal mining. And you can tell from the water, from the river bodies, it's so clean. There's a message coming through. It says that top of the morning, guys. Honestly, this Osofo Joseph Blaze should be given an award for his humanitarian efforts.
Awards.
Yes.
He needs awards, not just one.
Award.
Awards.
This is what we should be discussing instead of petitions here and there that wouldn't have Ghana move anywhere. Just selfishly. This is kudos once again to Osofo. This is coming from Sam. And I think that if we have about 16 people of this nature, we should be having river bodies in 16 regions that are safe.
Right.
Maybe we should extend what FADA has done to the entire Western region, or maybe Western North, or a bigger, or the entire region. Then we should know that if you go and do your studies and you do your theses and all that, it shouldn't be gathering dust. Rather,
it's true.
Implement it. And that is what FADA has done.
It's true, because I feel at the end of it, this is why they say school is not scam.
Yeah.
You know, people say, school is scam.
School is scam,
School is not scam. And it's also important that, you know, people who have this research should bring them out.
Yeah.
And apart from bringing them out, it's also time for the government to listen
to their
to those who have the expertise and who have actually researched on these things. Well, he said they've researched on it, but if you want to prove him wrong, you should bring your own too. So I think it's very important to listen to such people. He just made a statement that caught my mind, that, you know, it's not everywhere that you find gold.
Yes.
Some are just gold dust, and those gold dust are very beneficial to the soil.
Yeah. It will help the tree grow.
Yeah.
It's going to hold the root of the tree.
So imagine digging all these holes, you know, messing everywhere up just for dust.
So you go destroying the lands, and you are not even sure that you get gold in there. You just destroy it. You leave the land like that, and eventually nothing becomes of the land. And he also made mention of the fact that some communities that you think that are into Galamsey, or they are getting quick money and all that, the poverty rate there is higher.
Rather entering a poverty, you know, regime.
The poverty rate there is higher because as soon as you get a quick money, you get 500 Ghana cedis for a period of 3 years. What becomes of the land? Now you can't use the land for any farming activity.
You can't plant, you can't
and
nothing.
It becomes a very poor community. But anyway, that is what we brought to you from Jama community, where they've been able to stand their grounds and they say, no, we do not want Galamsey in this area. And that has been led by Father Joseph Blay, Kwame Blay, who has ensured that what he has learned and what he has put in writing, he has implemented it. So maybe government should be listening to people like that. And very importantly, the road. One of these days, we will bring you the report of the road. That is very deplorable. How can they bring the produce that they are having in that community to the bigger cities for the farmers to make money? But I think this is a very good initiative. You are still watching Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 TV. We'll be back with more.
Making a very interesting meal. Help me to welcome His Excellency Rune Skinnerbach. About 30 years ago, he first came to Ghana as a young diplomat with the European Commission. And now, 30 odd years later, he's back as the EU ambassador to Ghana.
I came as what we call a junior expert, so it's the Danish Foreign Ministry that finances first professional experiences for people who want to work in international politics. And I made it through to the interview, and they asked me where I wanted to go, and I said Vietnam. And they looked at each other.
In the early 90s.
And they laughed and say, why don't you go to Ghana? And I said, Ghana sounds great too. I was so happy to get a job. And I didn't know at all what to expect.
We're coating the seeds. These are sunflower seeds. So we're coating them with pesto.
Yes.
And we're going to have to roast them.
Roast them a little bit in the oven. Yeah.
And then we have all these different flavors that we're playing around with. So it's not your regular salad.
I decided to make a nice salad, so a very healthy one as well, with red cabbage, kale, apples to make it a bit sweet, and some pesto roasted sun seeds. Yeah.
What's Cooking is brought to you by Genie Mayonnaise, Kivu Spices, and Lily Rice.
In a nation
station full of questions, where truth often hides behind noise, one show dares to ask what truly matters face to face. With fearless clarity and a quest for accountability, host Umarusanda Amadou sits down with the movers and shakers of politics, governance, society, and business, confronting the issues that define our national conversation.
The party itself has said that whenever you're in opposition, you should choose flag bearers early.
So what you are trying to tell me is that you want somebody who is going out to come and select a leader for you. So the next person will come and say, but I didn't select him.
Direct victim of attack, violent attack.
Where and when?
The first one happened in Parliament. I was pregnant.
Now, for me, it was legitimized by a radio or TV station giving her a position to work.
So for you, take issue with GH1 and what and giving her the platform.
That is where the minority is. We are on them. We've asked questions.
President Mahama will be a mean president if he prioritized only his children and these people. He needs to demonstrate a Ghanaian government.
Every Tuesday at 9 p.m., join Umarusanda Amadou on Face to Face as he digs deeper, challenges power, and reveals the stories shaping Ghana's future. Only on Channel 1 TV.
In a world filled with challenges, we all need guidance, hope, and a lifeline to anchor us.
This is Lifeline, and I'm your host, Fred Crunchy Mensa.
From social issues, relationship challenges, and family matters, Lifeline is here to inspire, uplift, and guide you on your journey.
Where we give you support, where we hold your hand through the valley and through the thick and thins of life.
Join Bishop Fred Crunchy Mensa.
I welcome you especially to Lifeline.
Every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. right here on Channel 1 TV. Let's walk this path together, strengthen our faith, our families, and our lives. Lifeline, because every soul deserves a guiding light. Tune in to Lifeline on Channel 1 TV and let's grow together.
All right, it's still Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 TV, and we're about to have a conversation. We actually have guests from the University of Leicester, and we have Haja Loratu Oma, who's the PRO at the University of Leicester Alumni Ghana Chapter, and Ni Odenke Abi, Membership Secretary, University of Leicester Alumni Ghana Chapter, and Mrs. Eugenia Huni Entry, former Treasurer at the University of Leicester Alumni. And she's part of the Alumni Ghana Chapter. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you.
All right, that's
Thank
good.
you.
So we're about to have an interesting conversation, and this conversation is about the Centenary Dinner and Awards. 100 years already.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot. All right, so before we get into it, can you just give me a run-through of what of what the University of Leicester is all about?
Well, University of Leicester is a research-based university. Like in Ghana here, we say it's a polytechnic that has been transformed into a university. So coming from that background, they are very strong on sciences, business courses, and other technical courses. Yes.
Right, right. And where is it located?
University of Leicester, where Maguire. You know Maguire?
Oh yeah, yeah.
The football.
I do.
The footballer.
I do.
Yes, that's his city. That's where it's located in the UK.
Right.
Yeah.
And you have a Ghana chapter?
Yes, we have a Ghana, not only Ghana, across the globe actually. University of Leicester is a united, it's a community dotted across the globe. And in Ghana, we have a unified alumni.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So, Mr. Nee, can you tell us about the alumni?
Well, I think, let's say the alumni started way back, let's say about 20 years, you know, somehow, you know, or beyond the 20 years. and it has been very strong and a very vibrant alumni. We have a very strong leadership, then also representation of high qualified members and solid, especially. We have a representation maybe in government, in sciences, in the medical field, agriculture, and in other fields across the nation. I think University of Leicester membership, in terms of alumni in Ghana, I think we have them. I think we are almost about 600 plus now in terms of membership. And even when you take a look at the Kolebu, for example, there's a whole medical caucus, which are representation of Leicester alumni in Ghana. And in government, even in Parliament now. And you may also be aware that our foreign minister is also University of Leicester alumni. Professor Clifford Nino Itego, who is the former Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana, is also one of the proud members of University of Leicester.
Oh, that's interesting. So, Eugenia, can you take us through about the Centenary dinner and awards?
Okay. So the Centenary Awards. Actually, it's the 100 years is for the alumni, not the University of Leicester.
Oh,
yes. University of Leicester is 104 years.
104.
And then the alumni is 100 years old. So we are celebrating the alumni centenary in Ghana.
All right. So is it that, and this alumni is just the Ghana chapter?
This is the Ghana. It's actually the whole world, but then Ghana is celebrating, and then we are going to have people coming from abroad, especially across Africa, who will be representing us too. Okay. So we had a lot of schedule planned. We had Leicester Connect, which we adore what Leicester does, and then we had our old alumni coming to tell us about their experience when they were in Leicester. And then after that, we have a tree planting exercise that has been slated, though it hasn't been done, but it will be done after the dinner. We have other corporate social responsibility things we want to do, where we'll have to do donations and charity work for people. Right. But then for the dinner, which is coming off this Friday, that's Farmers' Day, that is why we are here, because we want people to know about Leicester and what we are going to do. Like he mentioned, we are not just doing a dinner, we are actually celebrating our past alumni for the past 100 years, especially those in Ghana. So we are going to have awards, and we have top government officials, like he said. We have academicians, we have professionals who are going to be part of whatever we are going to do. He mentioned some names, yes, and we have a lot more who will be awarded and who are going to be part of the day. We have our Air Commodore Elvis King Anesi, who is currently the base commander for Ghana Air Force. We also have the foreign minister, as he mentioned, Honorable Okujetu. They are all alumni members. They are not just being invited, but they are part of Leicester.
Wow,
yes.
That's interesting.
Exactly.
Yeah, Laura, too. So who are those coming from other countries? And which countries do all these people, come from?
Yeah, we have alumni in Nigeria. The leadership is coming. In Togo, they are coming. Uganda, they are coming because Leicester has summer classes in those centers. And we also have some coming from Canada. Well, it's a tourism. It's part of the tourism they are coming to do. And several other countries, African countries, East African countries, actually, they are coming from.
Wow, that's interesting. But how important is it for the alumni to all be together under one umbrella?
Oh, this is fantastic.
Has it ever happened before?
Yeah,
yes, it has.
Yeah.
But the numbers keep on growing. New faces keep on showing. Somebody finishing in 60s and meeting somebody in 50s, somebody in 70s and 80s. And it's a connection, actually. It's a community we are celebrating, and to also network. Your boss is an alumni.
Oh, really?
Summons.
Yes. Oh, I didn't know.
He is. He's a proud one. Right. Yes, he's a proud one. He's an alumni, and Mrs. Elaine Hagan of Lineal Services. She is an alumni. Dr. Gad Akwensi.
It seems like all the big people.
Yeah.
So maybe I should think of it.
Maybe you should. In fact, we have our recruit, a leader here, who just sort you out.
Really?
With the soft copies of the forms. Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
I like the sound of that, but is it open to the public?
Yes, it is. It is. It is open to the public. You are invited with your team, and not only the Leicester alumni, but other members of the public are coming. We have dignitaries from the British Council coming, from the Foreign Affairs, ministries of trade, ministries of tourism are coming. And we are also inviting the public. It's a holiday.
Yeah.
Let's dance our feet off, eat to the night, into the night.
So where is it going to be happening?
Well, I think this is taking place exactly 6 p.m. Friday at the Alisa Hotel in Northridge.
Right, and the ticket prices? Or is it free?
No, it's not free. We have single tickets going for 675 cedis.
Yeah.
And then for double is 1,300 cedis. And then we have corporate tables where maybe if you have a corporate membership of 10 people and you want to sit together and network that night, the table, we have one going for 10,000 and then we have 15,000 cedis.
Wow.
Yes, and these are tables that you will not just sit there. There's something special on those tables.
Dress
for you.
code.
And then apart from that, we are going to mention you. You can even have your banner, let's say a pull-up of your company,
as a corporate,
showcase as a corporate that day.
Wow, that's
so
interesting.
This is what
so what's the dress code?
Black tie for men, and the
tie.
ladies. It can be traditional or anything,
That's actually very
It's just that
interesting.
maybe because we are British trained, we are highlighting on the black tie.
I can imagine.
So that we will remember.
I can imagine. So, Mr. Nee, final words?
Well, I think this is an opportunity for all of us as a Leicester community in Ghana and beyond. We really want to consolidate, the role of Leicester alumni in Ghana development, and then also mobilize resources to support social development. So I think everybody is invited, especially our alumni and friends are invited to really, represent and also show support for our social impact as well.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Haja Loratu Omar, PRO of the University of Leicester, Alumni Ghana Chapter. Ni Odenke Abi, Membership Secretary of University of Leicester Alumni Ghana Chapter, and Mrs. Eugenia Huni Entry, former Treasurer, University of Leicester Alumni Ghana Chapter. And it's been a very interesting conversation. And it's all about the Centenary Dinner and Awards happening on the 5th of December from 6 p.m. till late. And it's going to be happening at the Alisa Hotel. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Right. And it obviously it's ticketed. And the ticket costs 675 for single. 675,
And then 1,300
1,300 for
and then the corporate
couple.
tables, we have 10,000 and 15,000 for 10.
All right. All right, guys. So you've heard it. I think you should get ready for this awards night and this dinner night. Anyway, it's been a great conversation, but it's time for us to check out the entertainment highlight of the day. And we'll be back.
Happy terrific Tuesday and welcome to Entertainment Highlight on Breakfast Daily, presented by Ni Komite Kome and powered by GhanaWeekend.com. Now let's get into our first highlight. Akosua Sewa, the first wife of late musician Daddy Lumba, plans to appeal a high court ruling that rejected her claim to be his only legal wife. Her lawyer, William Kusi, says the court wrongly assessed the evidence, arguing that documents supporting their ordinance marriage were valid. He also dismissed suggestions that the marriage certificate required German authentication. The case has drawn wide attention, raising broader issues about marriage recognition and legal rights in Ghana.
Legal wife for husband. Adopina, mean to make a dinsa meboba, mean to me mobo, for papa she, or so for. Maybe by a name in him say, no word of Osa, not much redo. Small man who say.
Now to our next highlight, we jump into the world of fashion because Rhythms on the Runway Black Star Edition returns on 6th December at Christianborg Castle. promising a night of fashion, music, and cultural elegance. The showcase will feature top designers, live performances, and innovative runway moments highlighting Ghanaian and global talent. Organizers say the event aims to boost Ghana's international fashion profile. Attendees can expect style, spectacle, and a memorable celebration of creativity. Now to our next highlight. Perez Music is set to release a new gospel project this December, describing it as a spiritually rich collection meant to inspire worship and deeper intimacy with the Holy Spirit. He says the music marks a deliberate shift from his earlier sound, guided by God's direction. The project ends with a strong call to thanksgiving. In the lead up to its release, fans can expect behind-the-scenes updates and messages of encouragement as he prepares to unveil the work. Now, to our last but not the least highlight, we head to Nigeria because the EFCC told the Lagos High Court that it has no evidence to support claims that Jude and Paul Okoye withdrew $800,000 from P-Square's account or operated 47 hidden bank accounts. The allegations were made by their brother Peter, who later changed his timeline of events when questioned by the defense. Court records also contradicted Peter's claims about Jude's ownership stake in Northside Entertainment. The judge adjourned the case to 12 December 2025 for further hearings and document-related arguments. Such an unfortunate outcome when the family feuds. Now let's get into Channel 1 TV's Top 10 Countdown.
Number 10. Number 9. Yes, you more be a friend. Phone it at D&D. Yeah, King Guy BMP. Phone it at D&D. Yeah, King Guy. Number 8. Summers your car, many baby, I promise to lean, trip to the toast, me the best. What to balance your car, body, yeah, the best. Number 7. Number 6. Number 5. Number 4. Number 3. Number 2. This is the Channel 1 Countdown.
And that's all for today's entertainment highlights on Breakfast Daily. Stay tuned for more exclusive stories, interviews, and viral moments from Ghana's vibrant entertainment scene. Visit GhanaWeekend.com and follow Ghana Weekend on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, and Facebook for your daily dose of showbiz buzz, music updates, and the behind-the-scenes action. Don't just read it, live it, share it, and stay plugged in. This was presented by Ningo-Prampram.
And of course, visit GhanaWeekend.com for more entertainment stories there. And trust me, you will like them. Let's still bring you more on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. Let's talk about something interesting that is happening this Friday. Maybe you are thinking of going somewhere, but this place will try to attract you for you to come for the event, and that is Ningo-Prampram in worship. In studio for us to talk about it as a known face, MOG Music. He's going to be a guest performer there. And also, Minister Paulo, who is also a known face, is going to be a guest performer there. You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
How are you doing? Let me start with you. I like your drip. I like his drip. Is there no occasion today? Tell us about Ningo-Prampram in worship.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. I think Ningo-Prampram in worship is one of the kind that I believe is not just for the people of Ningo-Prampram, but it's for the whole Christian body, which I believe that that day will be a day that we will never forget in life. Because looking at the lineup on the bill, it tells you that that day God will not visit anywhere except Ningo-Prampram.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Is this the first time this event has been organized?
Actually, it's the second time. It's been organized by the Jatta Foundation, and it's very impactful for Honorable Sam George and his team to put this together every year to be a blessing, first of all, to his constituency and then to Ghana in general. So this is to God, this is to country, just to say thank you to God for a peaceful and successful year, and also to let people know that, you know, this is our faith, this is what we believe in. And we are grateful to God for giving us opportunity and strength in life to do all the things we do for our motherland, you know. So it's a good initiative by the Jatta Foundation, and we as gospel ministers are here to support the foundation in the good works they are doing for this country.
Were you part of the first one?
Yes, I was.
How was it?
Amazing. You know, I mean, the first one was very, very amazing, very impactful. From my discussion with the Honorable Sam George, it was a one-off thing, but based on how impactful it was to the community and the society, he and the foundation decided that, listen, we need to make this thing an annual event. So that's why we are here again to do this for the people of Ningo-Prampram and Ghana at large.
Wow. Minister Paulo, I've seen that you started at 5 p.m. Is there any closing time? Because me, if I come now, I have to have all the fun till Mama calls. Is there any closing time?
I think this will be one of the worship events that we can't guess the closing time, because we really believe in one thing, that in moments like this we have to give all out to God, because it's a moment of thanking God, appreciating the good things the Lord has done for us and how successful He have led us through this year. So we actually going to really have time with God, fellowship with the people of God. So I don't think we have a starting time, but as for the closing time,
you can't tell.
I can't guess.
The people on the bill.
I'm telling you.
There are lots. Everybody take us through who and who are we seeing there? Of course, we are seeing you. We are seeing Minister Paulo.
Obviously, we are going to be there, and we have Perez Music representing as well. We have PSC Esther, and I call her the gospel teddy bear, Sisi Chum. She's going to be there. My brother Joe Metal is going to be there, and Kofi Pepper as well is going to be there, and Team Eternity. Yeah. You know, and not just us, but you know, there are some rising stars as well. in Ningo-Prampram that the world should get ready for them, because from where they are, they're about to impact the nation and the continent and the world at large. So the Honorable Sam George and the Foundation is giving them the opportunity to also shine on the platform, to have the privilege to minister alongside us, and also to interact with us, to learn from us and all that. So it's a packed night. So wherever you are in Accra, Ghana, Friday is Farmers' Day. It's a holiday as well. And whilst you sit home, maybe break bread with your family and everything, in the evening, just drive on the Prampram Road. There's not going to be traffic, I believe. It's a holiday, so people will be home. And let's come all the way to Prampram and join the Honorable Sam John and the Jata Foundation as we have this amazing program in Prampram.
I'm tempted to ask how many hours you'll be on stage, because I was traveling from Accra to Kumasi, and in the car I had to play emoji. Flew out from Accra to Kumasi in like about a 5-6 hour drive because of the bad nature of the road.
Right.
So how many hours will you be on?
I mean, honestly, we're going to be there till Mama drops.
Wow.
You know, so I mean, it's going to be very, very fun and amazing.
Wow.
You know, everybody's coming with their A game. I mean, these are A-list gospel musicians we have in Ghana, just a few of them, and we are going to storm Prampram with the power of the Holy Ghost to help Honorable Sam George and the Jata Foundation to establish the vision and the will of God as God has given to them.
The two of you should prepare, because you wouldn't leave here without giving us a song.
Oh!
Mr. Paulo, so with this, is it ticketed?
No, it's not ticketed. It's free. I think the Honorable Sam George and the Jata Foundation actually bringing this together so that everybody can be part of. So it's a free. Just drive straight to Prampram, the Anglican school park,
right.
And the time is 5 p.m. I'm sure when you get to Prampram, you ask anyone of Anglican school park, everybody will direct you there. Just come with your white handkerchief, with your dancing shoe. You know, put on something simple, because the energy that night will be crazy. No heel, no in it. Just put on your jeans, your foot, your handkerchief, your t-shirt. Just come. Let's give it out to God.
Wow, interesting. Yeah. Is Honorable Sam George going to be there himself?
Yes, most definitely. That's his. He's the
Jata.
He's the conveyor, so definitely he has to be there. He's going to be there himself, and it's going to be very impactful. That's what I know. If there's one thing that I love about Honorable Sam George, is his tenacity and his ability to do excellent things for God. You know, so this is beyond politics. This is for the kingdom, and to show appreciation to God for what he's doing for his constituency, his country, and the motherland. You know, so we as gospel musicians, you know, welcome this 100%, and we will support it as long as he's pushing the kingdom agenda. So yes, he will be there himself, and we'll also be there ourselves in our numbers to support this vision.
Beautiful. Somebody maybe watch them and say, oh, maybe I'm not qualified to be there. Who is eligible to be at this event?
Everybody. You know, as long as you have breath and you're alive, just come. In fact, even bring the dead body. We'll raise the dead body.
You raise the dead.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So the dead
will praise, yes.
Okay, but before you take leave of us, but definitely I'm still going to do the song. Any final words you want to share with our viewers? The reason why they should be part of this event. Let's start from you, with you,
I think there's an opportunity to everybody out there. The secret behind this is that one of the things that allows God himself to move is in time of worship, time of thanksgiving. That is the only time you see God himself moving. You know, prayer is very good, but sometimes prayer is the angels that bring the answers. But worship, praising, and thanking God is God himself that's set up the move. So there's a secret to everybody. Come, meet God yourself on that day. And I believe by the time we draw the curtains down, each and every one that will be there, life will never remain the same.
Beautiful.
God is going to visit us in a special way. And one thing also that I believe is that in such an atmosphere, anything and everything is possible to happen. So just as my senior man said, bring the dead, bring the sick. It's possible.
Beautiful.
We'll raise them up.
And would you see any new song from you?
Oh yes, obviously there's the Back to the Basics project. We are yet to release the whole project, but some singles are out. By the grace of God, I Will Pray, Thanksgiving, Joy, and there's another one. I can't remember.
Oh wow!
There are
a lot.
So it's Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving. Yeah. Your Name is Jesus, right? Joy and yeah, those are the ones, and I'll Pray. Those are the ones that are out. So the whole project's coming out, God willing, next year.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so we are working on it very hard to bring it out. So the ones that are out will be ministering it at Ningo-Prampram in worship. Wow. Yes, so we're expecting everybody to be there. There was a book I read, and it said, God can, when you give money to God, He gives it back to you. Anything you give to God, He gives it back to you. Your time, your service, everything He gives back to you. The only thing He doesn't give back to you is when you give Him worship. You know, so if I'm able to, this Almighty God, who owns everything, who's all powerful, I'm able to give Him something that He cannot give back to me. I'd rather give that to Him, you know, selflessly, because literally everything that I give to Him, He gives back to me. Money, tithe, everything comes back to me. So I strongly believe that Ningo-Prampram in worship is an opportunity to give something to God which He cannot give back to you. And it's a form of gratitude to God, saying thank you from January to December. God has been good. Around us as a country, we've had a lot of things going on in people's other countries and all that. But in the midst of it all, God has kept us safe. And He's helping us, helping our economy to grow gradually, to become better. So we just have to say thank you to God for all the support He's given us all the years. So this platform, I believe, serves the purpose. And we thank God for the life of Honorable Sam George and the Jatta Foundation for this initiative.
Very important. Minister Paulo, anything cooking?
Yeah. We believe in before the close of December, some few projects will be out.
Anyway, we are now getting to that time when they have to.
Oh, please.
So, ladies and gentlemen, on the stage, MOG and Minister Paulo doing like nobody's business. Let's hear from them. Put your hands together for them as well.
This is on the spot. It's not fair.
Yeah, so let's do it.
It's not fair. Let them come to Prampram.
Oh, just 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
They said they want to hear something from you. It's not me.
Yeah. Mala, I'll see you at Ningo-Prampram.
Okay, so that is Ningo-Prampram in worship happening this Friday. That is December 5, 2025 in Ningo-Prampram. And MOG Music will be there, and also Minister Paulo will also be there to give us the best of music. And trust me, they've mentioned the other artists who will be showing up on the day of the event. So they bring you nothing but the best. God has really helped us from the month of January to the month of December. So you would want to be part of this event and show gratitude for what the Lord has done in our lives. But before we wrap up the show, I want to say happy birthday to Mrs. Sophia Okran, a true wonderful birthday. Today marks 50 years of pure grace, good health and elegance. May this new chapter usher in greater strength, divine favor and unending joy, Mrs. Okran. Your life continues to inspire many, and we do celebrate you with Anna. Happy 50th birthday from Grandma, Mr. Nathaniel Okran, and your children, Seth, David, and Brian. Also, happy birthday to an amazing mom, Mrs. Diana Yinaku. This is coming off Mount Zion Pentecostal Redemption Ministry at Kaswa. May your special day be filled with love, laughter, and all your favorite things. Here to another year of marking memories together as we love you to the fullest and brim of all the from all the children, Papa Kumsing, Kwesi, Ajua, Kukwa, and all siblings. We say a very blessed birthday to you, sweet 16. We also understand that today is the birthday of Parker, who is in studio with us. He is one of the men you do not see. They are always behind the cameras. But one of these days, you pull him and bring him in front of the camera so that you see the Parker we are talking about. Anyway, that's how we end today's edition of Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 TV. I am Philip Nilate. The show started with Nana Tufo-Boateng, and I did 9 to 11 with Chris Carter. Many thanks for your time. Keep watching Channel 1 TV.